Welcome to the Weston Golf and Country Club here in Toronto. We are here for the TCA Energizer Bonspiel's Open Final, Leaside against Richmond Hill. Hello everyone, I'm Mike Wilner, and to my left, the wrench, Ed Wernick, two-time world champion, seven-time Ontario men's champion, and we're looking forward to a terrific day of curling. The two good teams here, Leaside and Richmond Hill, going for all the marbles at this Bonspiel.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to a good, competitive, strategical game. I hope they don't play bang-bang. For Rock Rule, I want to see them go after each other and have fun out there.
Yeah, that'll be fun. That's the best way to do it. Leaside skipped by Norm McLaughlin against Richmond Hill, skipped by Mike Maddin, and these two teams on the way to the final. Well, let's take a look and see how they got there. First, this Leaside team, who had to beat Annandale in that first game on the way. Then they took out Royals, Bayview, and then that fourth game against Scarborough was against Brian Roblin, who is the two-time champion in this event, and they had to draw against a 4 in the last end to get by him.
Yeah, Brian Roblin, he was sort of the king of the B circuit, as we called it, for a couple of years there. Nobody could beat him. They were a really good team. I had an opportunity to play him a couple of times. Really aggressive team, and I'm looking forward to quite a show. If you can beat those guys, you belong here.
There you go. And then McLaughlin had to play an extra end against Leaside and then beat Tam Heather in the semifinals to make it here. As far as the Richmond Hill team goes, they had to take out two different Chinguacousy rinks on the way, and in between beat Dixie and Weston, beat another Richmond Hill team, and then Thornhill in the semifinals to make it right here to the open final of this TCA Energizer Bonspiel.
Yeah, Mike Maddin is a young team, a very talented team. I had an opportunity to curl against them. I had an opportunity to watch them curl up the Barry Caspiel. Up and young coming team, looking for fine performance from these kids.
And we're looking also for a good performance from Norm McLaughlin's Leaside rink as well. These are two good teams. McLaughlin's team, not so young. They've got some guys who are 10 and 15 years in this open event. But this McLaughlin rink kind of got back into it after leaving the game between junior and coming back. And we take a look at the team right now. For Leaside, the skip, Norm McLaughlin. His vice is Ron Houston. Rick Sinhuber, the second. The lead is Jerry Hawkins. And a guy who's not going to be playing today, Ryan McClellan, who played lead the first 4 games. They want to make sure we mention him. He's off in Cancun now enjoying himself.
I don't know. You might think he's a smart one. He's probably up on the golf course hitting it out of bounds right now, but that happens. You schedule sometimes interferes with your curling and vice versa, so that's what he does.
That's right. He's either on the golf course or he's on the beach. Yeah. And this Richmond Hill team, skipped by Mike Maddin. His vice is Jordan Keon. Curtis Samoy plays second, and Aaron Clark throws lead stones.
Yeah, I'll tell you, these kids they're going to be tough to beat. From what I've seen them, what I've experienced them, they love to throw that high, hard one, and if they get ahead, they're going to be really tough.
Oh, well, we're going to see a good, fast, hard-hitting, competitive game. That's the least we can hope for in this open final. Leaside against Richmond Hill here from the Weston Golf and Country Club. The curlers are making their way onto the ice right now, and we will take the break and come back with the open final from the Weston Golf and Country Club. This is Rogers Television.
This week, Urban Insider takes you inside Canadian Blood Services. Discover how staff run life-saving blood donor clinics every single day. Learn how they deliver delicate units of blood to the Canadian Blood Services College Street location. And find out how blood donations are processed before being sent out to area hospitals. Of course, if you want to give blood right away, visit blood.ca or visit their newly renovated permanent site at the Manulife Centre.
Hi, I'm Linda Leatherdale. Join me every week on Moneyline, where my financial experts will help you make money and keep it. So stay tuned to Moneyline on Rogers Television.
Think Toronto. Brought to you by Toronto Community News. Enjoy the mild winter weather by taking a nature walk with the Toronto Field Naturalists, January 20th at 10:30 a.m. For more information, call 593-2656. On January 26th, the Toronto Western Hospital is hosting an informational talk on Parkinson's disease. Toronto Western is located at 399 Bathurst Street, and the talk begins at noon. Call 603-5800 extension 2661 for details. Volunteer and get involved with your community in 2007. For opportunities, contact Volunteer Toronto at 961-6888 or online at volunteertoronto.ca. Have information for Think Toronto? Fax us at 446-0901 or post your message at rogerstelevision.com.
Your world right now, only on Rogers Television Toronto.
And welcome back to the Weston Golf and Country Club. This is it, the open final of the TCA Energizer Bonspiel. I'm Mike Wilner, Ed Wernick providing the analysis here. It's the Leaside rink, skipped by Norm McLaughlin against Mike Maddin's Richmond Hill rink. And here we are, Ed, just getting underway.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how they start out, whether they go short with the first one and try to get ahead, or they play it safe and take their chances when they get the hammer.
Leaside will have the hammer first, and since you see a red stone on the way, that would mean that Richmond Hill is throwing the red stones, and that's Aaron Clark. Leaside will throw the yellow stones, and we're looking forward to a pretty high-volume game, I guess. I mean, this is a young team here from Richmond Hill, and they look like the kind of guys who would play a pretty aggressive game.
Well, yeah, I mentioned I was curious as how they would start out, and they've chosen to go right in the house, and they want to try and force the other team to take their point with their hammer and then get aggressive when they get the hammer.
Jerry Hawkins throwing his first stone.
And that's his first miss of the evening. So there you go. As we touched on, the nerves have to be a factor. I mean, it's always, that first rock in any final is always an interesting experience. Sometimes you're sitting in a hack and you're not sure if you really want to be there. And it's quite an experience. No doubt about it.
We were talking off the air, and you're a guy who's won 7 Ontarios, a couple of Briars, a couple of World Championships, and every time you get in there in the final, you still get that rush.
Yeah, you still got to get that adrenaline rush, and how you deal with it probably is going to make a very big difference in your performance in your game. You have to deal with it. You have to know that it's going to happen, and the better you get accustomed to it, the quicker you settle down.
So Aaron Clark protecting that first stone.
Yeah, I think he slid in a little tighter than he wanted to. If he could have dropped that about another 8 or 10 inches short, they wouldn't be able to bang it, and they'd have to try some kind of a angle freezer or whatever. So it's a game of inches, sometimes quarter inches. That's down, eh?
Jerry Hawkins got the first one, leaves the second.
I think after watching those two throws, he might be looking to give Jerry the other turn next end.
Now here's Curtis Samoy. Mike Maddin, the skip for the Richmond Hill team, he came up here to get fitted for his microphone. We asked him how he was doing, and he said, could be better. I figured, you're in a final.
That's all right.
How bad could it be? But he's not feeling too well today. He's struggling with a bit of a bug. See if that affects his game.
Mike does a lot of work at the Richmond Hill Curling Club. I played in the Family Spiel there at Christmas time, and he was cleaning the ice all by himself, all 6 sheets. We're inside drinking wine, having a good time, and he's out there working. So he's a good, hard-working kid.
Normal, yep.
This is Rick Sinhuber.
Once again, I think they're surprised by how quick the ice is, because they just seem to, they had 2 opportunities now to throw guards, and both times they were a little deep, letting the other team off the hook.
Take a shot.
And Rick Sinhuber gets both red stones out of the way, although one's still biting the edge.
Yeah, I had to throw that one just a little harder.
Yep.
They'll try and light first and second shot and force them to make a good shot to score in the first end.
Okay, whoa. Good boy.
Perfect shot, gets a little roll away from the other rock.
It's Leaside against Richmond Hill. Richmond Hill throwing red stones, Leaside yellow. Leaside with the hammer here in the first end of the open final of this TCA Energizer Bonspiel.
In a normal situation here, you would hit the one in the wings, but because they probably don't know the ice out there, they have to go after the one in the center of the sheet. Reason being is that if they roll out on this shot, he can split the house on them and force them to the point. Just like that. Now Mike gets an opportunity to try and place the rock wherever he wants, but it's kind of hard to go after that one in the wings when you don't really know where to put the broom. You don't see a lot of shots out there.
Just getting used to this sheet, getting used to this ice here in the first end.
Absolutely, and don't forget, there's a little nervousness out there on both sides too, I'm sure. You'd love to put the pressure on the other team, but at the same time, you're trying to get yours settled down on your own behalf.
This is Jordan Keon,
What's up to you guys?
member of the winning team at last year's TCA Energizer Mixed. Trying to pick up a men's crown here.
If I'm not mistaken, I think he played second for my son Ryan in that mixed
I think it's
final.
more than that. Okay.
And the house is split.
Yep, that's the risky run when you throw at the center ice and rock and you don't hit and stay.
Jordan wearing his slow pitch champions jacket. Multi-sport athlete.
I think the Mike Maddin team looks like they might need a sponsor. They're not too well coordinated in their uniforms. And then they probably don't care either.
I'm sure they don't. Ron Houston's first shot. Looking for the back red, and will tick it and split the house even more.
Well, Norm's going to be really happy to have last rock here, I think, especially if he makes it. You wouldn't want to be facing 3 or 4 rocks and not have last rock. So they're off to a little bit of a rough start, but it'll all come down to whether he can make that last one.
Well, he faced 4 in the 5th round here. Had to draw for 1 to advance, or in the 4th against Scarborough to get to the quarterfinals, and he did it.
Yeah, that's when you get in the hack and you look at your team and say, thanks, guys.
Jordan Keon I don't know, was he trying to guard that deep red, or?
I think he would like to have that maybe a foot higher, but he had to be careful. He couldn't get too much higher to give him the option of splitting both of them off and moving towards that one on the edge. So there wasn't a lot he could do with that. Nice touch. He hit the tee line. That's about all he could ask for first end.
And Ron Houston takes both those red rocks out. So now we're up to skip stones here. And we'll see Mike Maddin get into the hack for the first time.
Pretty smooth delivery.
the roll. You know, sometimes I think when you're not feeling well, that can work as much for you as you can against you. I mean, maybe you run out of gas a little sooner, but it also means that you can't quite tense up as much, and maybe you're a little more relaxed out there.
You're absolutely right. That's a good point. I took fairly sick a couple of times, and it never seemed to fail. I always played better when I was ill. You sort of relax, and I guess it just takes a little bit of pressure off you. Right?
Almost more fatalistic. You go, well, I got to be out here, so might as well.
I mean, the same thing happens in other pro sports too.
A lot of good ball players used to come in hungover all the time, always played their best game. But that's not the story with Mike Maddin here. We're not talking about a hangover here. He's sick. Here's Norm McLaughlin's first stone of this Open final. And he gets rid of the red, and it looks like he's going to have to play the takeout game here. And McLaughlin appears to be set to pick up one.
Yeah, that was a good shot by Norm because he rolled to the center near the button, which if Mike nose hits this, it just gives him a bigger area to hit and stay with. A simple shot, doesn't seem important at the time, but it might be in his next shot. Very important.
Just in the first end here, the Open final, Leaside against Richmond Hill. Richmond Hill throwing red. This is their last stone in the first end. And Mike Maddin will hit and roll a little bit off to the right.
Change the spot. Well, Mike, when he threw the first one in, first rock of the end in, obviously he was trying to force Norm to take a point, and it looks like he's accomplished that. Might even get lucky and steal if Norm rolls out here.
A rollout for Norm McLaughlin would lead to a steal of 1 for Richmond Hill. A complete miss by McLaughlin would lead to a steal of 2. But if he hits and stays in the rings, he gets 1. Here it is, last rock of the first end.
Yep. Whoa. Whoa. Finish.
Here it comes for him. He's a little concerned it wasn't that curl. That's a great shot. He loved it. He had nice controlled weight on that. He showed a little anxiety halfway through that shot, but he was made all the way. Good shot.
There it is. Leaside hits and Leaside sticks, and Leaside has a 1-0 lead after one end and gives a hammer back to or over to Richmond Hill here in this Open final. And Ed Wernick, that's ideally, when you start a game without the hammer, I'm thinking the best thing you can do is get that other team to take just 1 in the first.
Yeah, I think that was Mike's objective, and he succeeded. Now it's going to be interesting to see what he does in the second end, and it'll be interesting to see what Norm does. Is Norm going to be happy to throw it in the house, or is he going to go short and try force the game?
Well, here we go in end number 2, and it's Jerry Hawkins sitting in the hack, or he was. Here's the first shot.
You know what's nice to see is the pace of the game is really quick, even though they're not on a time clock. They know what they want to do to get down and play the game at a super pace. That's great. That's the way it should be.
Okay.
I mean, my curling days, we had guys we called the human rain delay, and it's just torture to be out there playing against these guys.
Yeah, they take forever to make a decision and set up a million shots, and it works. It can work for them too, because the other side just gets so frustrated.
Well, yeah, I know guys that did it against our team on purpose because they were trying to get us to be trying to bore the heck out of us, and sometimes it even worked. Sometimes we got mad and just beat them early. But Norm did go short. Norm's he's taking his point, and he's going after him. It's good to see. I like that. Yeah.
Aaron Clark's going to try to go around it. His first rock of the second end.
Yeah, unfortunately, he's going to slide too deep. That rock is pretty much useless back there.
See what Jerry Hawkins does with his second, where Norm McLaughlin wants it.
I think From what I've seen so far early in this game, it looks like Norm's going, say, you young guys don't want to draw your bangers, so he's going to try and force us to play a little bit of the finesse game. It sure looks that way to me. Inevitably, when the other team goes deeply, the next shot usually comes right down on top. Well, this even looks like it might even float by. It's hard, even though he called for a shot in the top 4 foot. It's really hard with that rock sitting back there not to throw
Too
back.
much Gatorade, hey?
Now that changes things dramatically. If Mike can slip one around and keep it well in front of the top 8 foot or even the 12 foot, it'll create a pretty interesting situation early in this game.
Here's Aaron Clark again.
Line's a little tight.
It was deep last time. Let's see what he can do this time.
Room, close.
Well, the ace is getting quicker with every rock down that path, so they got to be really careful.
Bye, Will.
He's going to slide too deep again. Well, Norm's made his commitment. He's going to try and draw his way out of this game. They're going to have to be very careful.
See if he's got the guys who can make these draws. Rick Sinhuber, his 15th year here playing the Energizer series. He's got a lot of experience on this Leaside team, with the exception of the skip. The other 3 guys have 10 or 15 years, and Norm's just got 4. He said he took a long break after juniors, but his brother convinced him to try to get back into competitive curling.
Here's a perfect example of poor communication. Jerry threw both of his rocks heavy, and he didn't communicate that to the second very well, because there's no way he should have been approximately, I'll say, 8 feet heavy on that. There's just no way. He gives the guy a lot more credit if he came up short of the rings even. Mike's got an opportunity here to just keep roping them in around that guard, and it can create a situation where he can get a real big end real early.
Here's Curtis Samoy.
Line's real
Richmond
good.
Hill, they've got the hammer down 1-0.
Close again. Line's fine.
Line's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, they might have overswept this one a little bit too. It's starting to.
A little adrenaline.
Mike called it. He's pumped.
Yeah, just like Mike said, a little adrenaline, and Norm said, too much Gatorade. That's what's going on early.
That's good.
You just eat that one extra Wheatie in the morning. You never know what's going to happen.
You see Norm there. He gave it that last tap real good hard, because I think he realized at this point that they better make a shot soon, or they're going to be in real big trouble.
Here's Rick Sinhuber's second chance. He was wide the first time, 8 feet wide, says Ed.
This one looks like it might be moving just a little rapidly too.
Sweeper's way off the whole time.
They're begging for it to curl. Well, they got something out of it. It's going to force them to at least make a play on it.
He's got shot rock. Not protected.
Yeah, okay. Just board
If they can manage a little hit and roll here buried, they're gonna have pretty much 3 rocks in the 4 foot and nowhere for Norm to hide. Norm's got to keep his fingers crossed, hope he gets a break soon, because he haven't had too many so far this end.
Yep. Hard. Right up, hard. Hurry. Hard. Right, don't stop. Come on.
Oh, that is a great shot by Curtis. That's where do you hide now? I think Norm at this point is thinking, I wish that yellow one wasn't out there. And he had no way of knowing his front end was going to throw 3 right in the hack on him.
3 misses in a row for the front end now. We'll see that shot again. See it gets around the yellow guard and pops out that yellow and rolls right in front. You talk about having all your ducks in a row.
Yeah. It's just that he's got no real good shot to freeze. There's no place to really hide. I mean, right now, if he puts the rock where he's asking for it to be, he's actually going to be fourth shot. Yeah, I think the Weiss wants to run it back.
No, I don't mind it, as long as we make it.
As long as he can make some kind of contact, it would help the situation a lot, because they've given a chance to maybe make a couple of doubles, limit the damage this end, because right now they're in a heap of trouble.
Here's Ron Houston with his first shot. Wants to knock that yellow back into those reds and make a mess.
Yep. Get hard.
This is close.
Just gets the front.
Well, it looks like he didn't do a lot of damage there, but Mike's got to be careful where he places this rock. But now they've got a couple of opportunities to freeze out of this again, whereas before that shot he had nothing.
Which one would you rather give him?
Exactly. He's got two of them. Which one do you want to give him?
I'll leave him this, but what can you do? Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, Mike's probably thinking I got too many in there now. Not.
You never have too much. He's going to leave him 3 in a row on the inside.
Yeah, this is probably the right shot, because as long as he protects the left-hand edge of that rock, it forces Norm to go. Well, he could come with either turn, but it's a lot tougher shot to get around the guard. Puts the guard in play, whereas the other way, it'd be wide open, hit and roll.
This is Jordan Keon.
Close. Yep. Gotta go line hard.
Oh, they're going around the corner. I didn't realize that. They want to be awfully. They want to.
Okay. That's pretty good.
That's actually, I think that's better than the shot he called. Because now they've got to make a touch shot, which they haven't proven they can make at this end. Yeah, give it that extra enthusiastic slap with the forefoot, say, I want it right there.
Let's see if fourth time's a charm.
Ron McLaughlin keeping a sense of humor at least. Try the same shot for the 4th time, see if they can hit it.
Line's tight. Just for weight.
He's tight, but he also.
Yep.
Oh, they're going to have to go to work on this one. It's going to get tight to the guard.
Hurry.
This rock is really
all the way.
moving.
All the way. You got it. Hurry. Don't quit.
They won't get it through the guard.
Okay.
This is one of those ends where you wish you would hurry up. They got too many stones left.
3 rocks left for red. 2
No
for
safe
yellow.
way to get rid of this. I think we're coming in again.
I think Mike's got to leave that yellow one there and live with it.
I mean, what are the other options? I think we got to come into here.
Yeah, his concern is if he leaves that yellow one, they might promote it. But if he makes a play on the yellow one, he's got to be really careful, first of all. And secondly, he leaves him the same phrase.
Got a long way to go. Line's getting better. Line's real good.
You don't want to come too deep with this one either, because you could leave him a double and a roll, and a triple and a roll, or a quadruple and a roll.
That'd be something to see.
Actually, right now, if he could throw this hard enough and hit the rock that Jordan just threw, if he can hit 3/4 of that stone hard, he'll get rid of 1, 2, 3, he can get rid of 4 reds and be dead buried. The question is, can you throw it that hard and be accurate while you're doing it? They were so, I think the concern on Mike Maddin's part was if they throw that rock too short, they would promote that yellow one and be buried. But I think you got to take that chance, especially with a 1-point lead. This is a huge shot, because if Norm doesn't do something here, he might not have anything on his last shot.
We can make that quadruple takeout. There'll be big high fives all around. See if he has the stone to do it.
He didn't throw it super hard, but the key for him is to get the roll. He's got to get 3/4 of that rock. This is looking real good, too.
Well, he's knocked him around. Great shot by Norm McLaughlin.
Yeah, he didn't make the quad, but he's dead buried. I'll tell you right now, he's a happy camper, but Mike's lining up this red rock raise that could leave him lying 4 or 5 again.
That's fine too, right? Okay.
Yeah, Mike's got to be a little careful here, because when he runs this red one back, it's fine if he runs it onto the yellow one, but if he runs it back in a manner where he doesn't disrupt the yellow that's guarding, then that yellow rock will remain guarded. So in essence, if he misses it, he wants to miss it by hitting on the pro side enough that it actually clips the yellow and gets rid of them both and force Norm to make a really good shot, or else lose a big end.
Well, Norm McLaughlin might have just gotten himself out of trouble. Mike Maddin's trying to get him right back in it.
Absolutely.
With his first rock here in the second inning. Maddin doesn't like what he sees.
Well, he missed it the right way. Now it's wide open. Now there's another red rock in the rings. So Norm's got to try and find a spot where he won't leave Mike a double. Won't leave him. This next call might take a minute.
He missed it, but he knocked that guard out, as we see on the replay here.
He missed it the right way. That's a good miss, if you call it.
And now yellow is shot rock, but red's the next 5 with the hammer.
I think if Mike was willing to negotiate right now and just take 2, I think I would give it to him.
6.
Don't think that's a good spot, Norm, because there is a possibility of setting up a double.
This isn't easy either. I mean, well.
See if we can listen in on Norm McLaughlin, see what they're discussing.
He's chosen to freeze to that one in the back of the forefoot. If he staggers it towards towards the center line, towards the yellow rock, he probably is going to be okay if he gets it on the right angle and frozen. Anything other than that, I think he's in a lot of trouble.
No, I think they're drawn.
I think it's safe to say that no matter what point in a game you are, you don't want to give up a 6. And that's what Norm McLaughlin could be looking at after this shot.
Yeah, the bad news is you're down 5, but the good news is you got 5 ends to catch him, or 6 ends to catch him.
Right.
Yeah. Don't forget, this is Norm's first draw shot of the game, and everybody's been heavy, so he's got to be thinking the dice has gotten real quick. And boy, they're going to have to work this one to get it there. This is where Norm should be there calling sweeping. It's got great line if they can get it to the right spot. Oh, that is a terrific shot.
Great shot, great job of sweeping.
He staggered it to the inside. He's actually, Mike Maddin, I think, might actually have to take a point and be happy if he can get one.
Take a look at it again with the extra help there on the sweep from Ron Houston.
You can see the intensity when the vice ran out the sweep. He's obviously concerned he's going to be short. But that was a great job. Great job.
Yellow's sitting 2 right now, and we're looking at the last rock coming up. And what's Mike Maddin going to do?
Well, he's looking at everything. He's thinking of trying to hit the thin double on the outside and get him to go. That's not going to work. His problem is he was lying 4, 5, and 6 this end, and no, he's lucky to score. That was great, staggering it just to the right of that rock. I mean, if that rock doesn't stay staggered on that side, he can still manage to get them both out of there. They put it in both. They couldn't carry it down, put it in a better spot. Terrific
I think we gotta
shot.
play this anyhow. Yeah.
Theoretically, I think that if Mike can
I
throw
don't
it
feel
hard
like just hitting one and giving up.
with an out turn, not an in turn, and hit that yellow rock about 3/4 and get both those rocks to slide out. The ones right there.
Normal, I guess.
The other one, his shooter would go over and nudge that other yellow rock out the top of the 4-foot, and he might be able to get a deuce out of this. But boy, you'd have to throw it as Kevin Martin.
Just hit and stay for one. Their only option.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, he's not thinking that.
That's pretty hard to do.
Higher geometry.
Yeah. Well, you have to throw it super hard, and you have to be super accurate.
So the last rock of the second end, Mike Maddin, as he said, going to try to hit and stick for one. A couple of rocks ago, he was looking at maybe having a 6 here in the second end.
Oh, real hard, guys!
Looked to me like he turned that inside a little bit.
Got the yellow out, and he will give up one. That's going to be a steal of one for Leaside. And they'll go up 2-0 through 2 ends. Take a look at that last shot again.
Yeah, he looked like he got a little tight out of his hand and he curled on him. That's got to be pretty disappointing. They're going to have to play the next end really carefully because I'm sure they're really disappointed. They were looking at visions of grandeur of having an easy game there for a few rocks, I should say.
Now we go to third end action, and all of a sudden the tenor of this game has changed almost completely as Norm McLaughlin was staring at a world of hurt and instead comes out with a steal of one. Richmond Hill has the hammer again, but it's tough. Well, you got to remember two things. Now, if you're Richmond Hill, no matter how frustrated you are right now, you got to think you were one rock away from having a huge end, and you got to remember how you did it so you can do it again.
Yeah, I don't think Norm's going to leave that opportunity again. I think he got a big enough scare that in. But I'll tell you, that freeze he made with his last rock was a tremendous shot. That's why he's a skipper. I mean, he went down there not having thrown a draw shot. He watched his team throw 3 or 4 right in the hack, trying to accomplish the same thing, and he laid it in there perfectly. Well, and now Mike Maddin, all of a sudden, he's down 2, and he's going to go to the corner guard game because Norm's lead slid it to the back 4-foot, or back 12-foot, I should say, and that rock's not going to do him a lot of good back there, so that's pretty much a miss.
Good eye, guys.
This ice curling the way it is and being able to make these shots, this is going to make for some interesting curling if they can pull it off.
Here's Jerry Hawkins in the hack now for Leaside. Set to throw his second stone here in the third end. Leaside won with the hammer in the first and stole one in the second. They're up 2-0 in the open final of this TCA Energizer Bonspiel. From the Weston Golf and Country Club, I'm Mike Wilner.
Tight guard. Gotta be tight.
McLaughlin coming up to help just get it over the hog line.
Okay.
Yeah, by going deep with that first rock at this end, it sort of forces Norm to get back in the draw game because he's got nowhere. He'd love to have that rock in the 4-foot and being able to protect it, but now he can't. And they got the corner guard established, which he can't do anything about, so he might as well start playing the game again.
How deep?
I'm sure he's hoping not to get in the trouble he got into.
Stay close for line. No, the line's fine. Line's getting real good, actually. Fair.
And Aaron Clark gets that in behind that long guard.
Yeah, they're just, the ice is so good, so fast that they're just sliding in a little too deep. He'd love to have that a lot higher. It gives Norm that chance to freeze out of it again, but I'm sure he's hoping to do a little better job this end.
This is Rick Sinhuber.
Yep. Okay, whoa, then. Line's good. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Got to stay up here, though. They can't be deep. Whoa, 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 whoa. It's got lots.
You hear Norm saying it can't be deep.
Oh, wow.
With sweeping being as effective as it is in this ice, there's no excuse for throwing a rock that heavy.
deep, but it is.
Yeah. Got to get to the inside of it. Can't hit it out this way without jamming. So just throw hack to boards.
Last end is typical of a curling team.
Hack to boards.
Front end will throw 4 heavy draws, and then you got to draw the perfect shot in, bite the button for a point. And they won't even say thank you.
This is Curtis Samoy right here. It really illustrates how important lead and second play is. Those guys they don't get the glory, but man, can they turn a game.
Oh, absolutely. Their shots are so important, and you know, they dictate how the whole end's being played.
All right.
And he knocks one yellow back. Still, the other he raised onto, biting the back of the 12-foot. Red sitting 2. Richmond Hill yet to score here. They've got the hammer in the third end.
You got to remember too that you know, as a skip, you're standing at the other end, and you watch 3 or 4 of them go heavy. You can't holler down and say, "Don't be heavy," because they're liable to pull the string on and end up a foot over the hog line. So you got to trust your team that they know enough to make the adjustment on their own. And it does get frustrating at times.
Like you said earlier, you have to trust that they're also talking to each other.
Yeah, they have
Starting to finish. Yep. Hard. Hurry. Sit. Great shot. Nice sweep, guys.
That was a great hit and roll.
Rick Sinhuber coming through for his skip.
Probably just rip that out, eh?
See it again.
Play it tight.
There's the hit. There's the roll in behind. Just perfect.
He's going to try and just chip that out and make him make the draw again. He's choosing that as opposed to coming around and getting more rocks in play.
Yep. Whoa. Close.
He's by the guard. And he just didn't get what he wanted. He hit it a bit. And you heard the skip Mike Maddin say terrible. It was a little harsh.
It might not be that bad because the way those rocks are positioned now, Norm draws around to that red one. He's going to leave a double pay cut off that outside yellow. So he's got to be really careful where he puts this next yellow rock.
He's just going to do this.
Yeah, see, Norm just called it. He said, if you come and freeze that red rock, he's just going to play the automatic double in there.
What do you like? I like the freeze. I like this.
Again, you got to stagger it so that he can't make the easy double. He's got to stagger it towards that yellow rock that's sitting there. So if there is a miss, that was a better miss than completeness. That's if he makes the next shot.
Oh, we have learned in this game that there is definitely such a thing as a good miss.
Yeah.
Lots of room. A lot of room. It's coming now. Whoa. Yep.
This should break real good because this rock hasn't got a lot of rotation on it. It's pretty bit of a flat handle. And he's a little heavy.
Wanted the freeze, didn't get it.
This thing's going to get really interesting before it's over. They're going to have about 5 or 6 rocks sitting in that 4-foot area. Everybody looking for a combination to get everybody else's other rocks out of there.
This is Jordan Keon, curled with Mike Maddin for 4 years now. This is the Richmond Hill team's first year together. The Leaside team's been playing a couple of years. It's the open final of the TCA Men's Bonspiel at the Western Golf and Country Club in Toronto.
Hard line. All the way, guys. Right up to it. Come on.
There he is, laid it right in there, nice little pocket. Norm's going to draw right down on top of it. He's got to be careful. He wants to get this position just right, or he's going to leave a double there.
Hey, lots of room. No line, no line. Starting to come now. Whoa, whoa. Yeah, make sure it's there. Yeah, yeah, hard. Where is it? Where is it? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah, 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 yeah. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Nice shot.
There you go. Now, Mike can still get both those to go by hitting the one that's actually behind the shot rocket. If he hits half of that rocket that's exposed there, remember that one he chipped over there? If he hits half of that rock hard, both those yellows will go and he'll lie at least 2, maybe 3.
You see that freeze right up there, and you see the bottom rock in the 4-foot. He did for a second. That's the one that Mike's got to hit to get that double. Got to hit and go back up.
That's right, yeah. Vic Roeder's favorite shot.
And they're talking about that double now, and you just heard Maddin say they'll lose the back red, but they'd be lying too.
We'll play this to this.
Yeah.
But if it gets by the garden, we hit this one real thin first, we'll probably lose all the yellows, be line 2.
I like this call. I really do. I don't think he can hurt himself here unless he makes a real big mistake. But he's got room to play with.
Jordan Keon trying the Vic Router special.
Hurry! Hard! Hard!
Looks like he's a little tight.
Hit the wrong one first.
Yeah.
So not the shot they wanted, but it does end up cleaning up the house a little bit. Yellow's still shot.
Where you can put this rock and not hurt himself. He has to be a little careful. He can't leave it exposed on the high side. He can run both those yellows out of there.
But he can draw. Maybe flop. Yeah, okay.
So if he can get this rock run buried and perfectly in front of him, doesn't leave Mike a lot of room.
And as they always have to do, the skip has to try to put himself in the other guy's head too. If he does this, what do you leave open for the other guy?
You're absolutely right, Mike. They, sometimes the obvious shot isn't that obvious because what's the other guy going to do? It's a bit of a cat and mouse game, especially if you know a little bit about the other team. And these two teams obviously have won a lot of games over the week. They've played well. They know the long road. And you never know. You might not get this opportunity again.
Well, it's very true, and I think that plays on the young guys a little bit more.
Top 4 buried.
When you get to a final.
So if I threw what I threw last time,
when you're young, you always think, well, we'll be back, 5, 6, 7, 10 times. Sometimes it doesn't happen.
You're absolutely right. Young and very talented, and nothing wrong with being a little cocky every now and then, especially if you can back it up with some good shot making.
First stone for Norm McLaughlin here in the third end.
He's got lots. Whoa. Gotta get ready.
Wow, that's perfect. From what I've seen, I don't think you want to leave Norm too many of those draw shots. I think you've got to find a way to force him to hit because he's showing he can lay it right in the perfect spot.
Just needed the freeze there, and he did it beautifully.
Well, he got buried enough. I don't think that. Well, actually, Mike, if he can run that top yellow and straight back and get everything moving, he could actually get shot rock out of this. But you're happy to. You got to leave him something. You're happy to leave him something like that. I'm sure.
Mike Maddin talking it over right now with Jordan Keon.
Well, he's got nowhere that he can draw that can force Norm to worry. So he's got to try to move those rocks around somewhere.
bring Curtis Samoy in on the discussion.
I mean, yeah, you
probably
could do
guard
that.
out, and then you either play the run or the in, right?
Yeah.
Like I think like you
I mean, you can try to run, but if you miss it,
yeah, exactly. Pretty much.
Pretty useless. Yeah.
Like if you play this in, try to piece around, push that red one back. All right. Like it doesn't even matter where the yellows go.
Keon. My shot, eh?
There's a little bit of the jitters in the final.
Yeah, you only have 2 rocks to throw, and you can't even keep track of that, eh?
That's right.
That happens all the time.
That'll make this go there. Yeah.
It looks like he's going to try and come around and disrupt those 2 yellows that are frozen, hopefully save his shooter, force Norm to go after it, and hopefully he creates something he can get out of the end with.
Back line, back. No.
This has got to move a long way. Just weak that. I guess.
By everything, just cracks on the yellow on the back, and you hear the sorry from Mike Maddin.
Boy, he's created a mess now. Norman's going to come around and block that button area off, and Mike's going to have to come in off that redwood sitting out in 8-foot or 12-foot.
So you go by those 2 yellows that he wanted up in the 4-foot, one of them in the butt.
I think he got a little wide and maybe a little heavy in that shot.
So now Norm McLaughlin's got his last rock here in the 3rd end.
Norm spotted the danger of that, leaving that red rock out in the 12-foot there. He's toying with the idea of maybe hitting it. I'm not sure, but
Yeah, okay. So what do you want to do? Just roll out?
yeah, he's chosen not to leave in that shot.
You like a lot of it. That's a tough draw. Yeah, okay. No, that pin is tough to get because this is kind of covered too. Right?
Now what could Mike Maddin do with that rock in the 12-foot?
Well, he could, from my vantage point, it looks like he could hit about just over half a rock and roll right into the button area and get his point. And he's got the crutch of coming into the other yellow rock, which, you know, it's easy for us to sit up here and say, oh, this, you can't leave him that, but obviously Norm has realized the potential of that shot, and he knows Mike probably likes to throw the hit.
Going to make him draw if they can take out this red.
Yeah, I think that's strategy. Now, judging by the ice he's taken, I think he's playing the guard.
Yeah. In offense.
This is kind of a little bit of a luxury Norman has, though. He's got a 2-point lead, so he can sort of throw the shot that he feels good about right now. Force Mike to throw a real tough shot.
Weight's not bad. Might be a little light.
Whoa.
Oh, it's over curling. Stop.
A little pleading from Norm McLaughlin for the rock to stop curling. Stop, but did he get it where he wanted it?
Well, Mike's ran out and lined up that in-turn or long raise. He thinks that if he can run it in there at the proper angle, he might get 2 or 3 of them.
Covers a little bit. Covers a little bit more. Yeah.
I think we're going to see a hit regardless. It's either going to be a long raise or the in off that 1 to 12-foot. I don't think Mike's going to try and outdraw those 2.
Yellow.
Yeah, I mean, so long as we hit one of those yellows, yeah, we should hold them at least. So yeah, hit her just right for 3.
Yeah,
okay,
so
Curtis didn't curl a whole lot, so I'm thinking just there was firm.
Oh, here we go, sports fans.
We're figuring this is here for 3.
Mike Maddin trying the perfect hit for 3.
I can't believe he left you that shot, Mike. It's almost like he can't wait to throw it, eh?
Yeah, he is psyched for this last rock here in the third end. Trying for 3. Give him the lead.
He's close. He's got it.
He just went through. Oh, he tried to raise onto those yellows. It would have been gorgeous, but instead he gives up a steal of 2, and Leaside has a 4-0 lead over Richmond Hill. Richmond Hill's Mike Maddin been aggressive, trying some great shots, and that one he just missed with the long raise. So a steal of 2 for Leaside, and Norm McLaughlin's rink goes up 4-0 after 3 ends. We are going to take a quick break here from the Weston Golf and Country Club, but we will be back with more from the open final of this TCA Men's Bonspiel.
Hi, I'm Kirk Robinson from Auto Talk. Join me for another season of Auto Talk as we bring you sound automotive advice from professional mechanics and industry experts.
Make sure you do get your oil changes on regular intervals.
You could have just a simple misfire on the vehicle.
From general car maintenance to engine repair, brakes to transmissions, Auto Talk covers the topics that can save you hundreds of dollars on your vehicle. Call in with your questions toll-free right across Ontario every week on Auto Talk, only on Rogers Television.
Your world right now, only on Rogers Television Toronto.
Brings it right to the net, he scores!
Hi there.
Hi. All right, everybody down now! You, down! My name is Will Osmond. I'm a 34-year-old male. I'm approximately 5 foot 11 inches tall with a slim build. I live at 146 Douglas Avenue, apartment 2B. My home number is 416-972-5795. If you can reach me there, you can call my cell phone at 416-324-6311. Fill the back, go.
How hard should I throw the stone? When you release the stone properly, put the proper rotation on it, you're sliding down the ice towards the skip's brim at the far end. It just happens. Only 2 factors in a shot in curling. 1, line, 2, speed. It'd be nice to be inside just a little bit. Our sweepers may not think a great deal of that, though. I'm happy playing the sport with anyone. Be it mixed competition, be it our Thursday night men's league, seniors league in the afternoons. We just have fun when we play our sport. Just enjoyed it from day one.
Toronto is a great city full of outstanding people, places, and restaurants. And Toronto Living is your #1 television source that covers it all. We're back for new episodes featuring delicious dining destinations and the best in culture and entertainment. In the age of soundbite broadcasting, Toronto Living digs deeper and gives you the complete story behind what's hip and what's hot in the city. Join me, Candice Batista, on Toronto Living, only on Rogers Television.
And we're back to live action here from the Weston Golf and Country Club. It is the open final of the TCA Energizer Bonspiel, and Norm McLaughlin's Leaside rink is taking on Mike Maddin's Richmond Hill rink and beating them 4-0. A steal of 1 in the second, and just now a big steal of 2 in the third. And we are just underway in the 4th end of this 8-end game. And I'm Mike Wilner. I'm joined by Ed Wernick. And we're 2 stones into the 4th end, and what's been a terrific game so far.
Yeah, it's been entertaining. I mean, it looked at one point like this game could be over in 2 ends. Now Mike Maddin down 4, and he's going to have to really get aggressive to get back in this.
And if you just joined us, we were within a hair's breadth of Maddin being up 6-1 after 2 ends. And Mai has the tide turn.
Yeah, they, you know, shot-wise, I think Mike Maddin's team's probably made more shots, but on the scoreboard, Norm has made the great freezes, and he's made the scoring points, the ones that go right up on the scoreboard.
That's good. I know.
It is a game of inches, no question about it. It's a cliche, but it's a cliche because it's true. And, you know, we've seen 2 shots that have changed the course of this game. The great freeze, as you mentioned, by Norm McLaughlin at the 2nd end that got him a steal of 1 instead of giving up 6. And that angle raise that was just missed, the high raise by Mike Maddin in the 3rd end where he gives up 2 instead of taking 3. He could be up 9-1 right now.
Here it comes.
Yeah, that's pretty phenomenal, isn't it?
Looking good. Yep, for finish. Throw, Aaron.
And as you can see, Leaside throwing the yellow stones, Richmond Hill throwing red. Richmond Hill with the hammer for the 3rd straight end.
I didn't like Mike's call there. He went around his own corner guard, and Norm can go and virtually peel that corner guard, and then Mike has to either replace it. I think his shot was to try to get to that back yellow one somewhere, but he chose to go around, so.
Whoa.
A little bit of experience versus the kid, I think, in that situation.
Very close, yep.
There's Rick Sinhuber.
Yep. Oh.
Just misses the peel. Gets a nice roll. Or at least did for a
It looks
second.
nice, but that creates a little bit of a pocket for Mike. And I think Mike's shot now is coming down at the out turn. Try to sit up in front of that pocket. He's going right back to the same shot.
See just how it missed peeling off that guard.
Yeah. I'm not so sure if peeling off that guard might have been a better shot.
Here's Curtis Samoy. We were mentioning off the top how Mike Maddin's rink, the Richmond Hill rink, would play when they got the lead. Now we have to see how they can play from behind.
Absolutely, they've got to play the finesse game. And just from what I've seen this end,
Make sure it's here, though. It's got to be second shot.
The option he has, he can go around that
all the way, guys.
guard anytime during the end. After he creates a situation on the other side of the house, he can go there anytime. There's no need for him to be going in there at this time. Because if you make it super good, Norm's just going to walk out and peel the guard off.
Same shot, I guess.
And they're going to try it again. He'll ask Rick Sinhuber to peel that guard off again. He missed by an inch, if that, last time.
Yeah, the only danger is that if he doesn't get either one, but I think he trusts him.
Whoa.
Oh, wait a minute, as I say that, I hear a big whoa. I was going to say that he trusts him not to miss both of them, and we'll just have to wait and see what happens.
He's missed one, but he won't miss the second.
And destroyed that pocket that was Mike's friend, and it's gone now. This is another situation where Mike should be freezing to the one in the back 8 foot here and try to create a deuce. If all that else fails, he can always go and create a deuce around his corner guard, because that corner guard is covering more of the 8 foot than on this side of the house. However, I'm trying to explain that. Got a little confused, but he can try to create the deuce on the left side of the house, and if all goes wrong, he can always go back around the corner guard and create the deuce there. So he's just playing it a little bit backwards, but I can see why he's addicted to that shot, because they've sort of made it around there a couple times already. He's just going to try to bury it a little more.
McLaughlin's wings come very close to missing it twice.
Yep, for finish. Hard.
Yeah, the second time with the immediate whoa, you thought maybe there was a problem, but
you can see the frustration coming out on the faces now of Jordan Keon and Mike Maddin. And you talked a little bit, Ed Wernick, about experience against youth, and that's another thing that youth can get you, and it can get you pretty
good. Whoa,
teed off pretty quick.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yep. Whoa.
And they miss that guard again.
Okay.
Yeah, actually rolling right out there is a good shot for Norm, because if I was Norm McLaughlin right now, I like the situation. There isn't anything that scares me, because they try to go around that guard 3 times and they've got it all 3 times, so they got to be pretty confident they can get that look.
Jordan Keon now sitting in the hack, getting ready for his first shot of this 4th end. It's an 8-end game. 4-0 Leaside leading Richmond Hill after steals of 1 in the 2nd and 2 in the 4th.
Line's a little tight, yep. Hard! Hurry! Hard! 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 Come on, guys, hard!
And he wrecks on his own guard. So the one guard that McLaughlin couldn't hit 3 times, Maddin doesn't want to hit it, and he gets it.
She rolled a pretty interesting spot. If McLaughlin, to remove that red rock, if he hits it on nose, it'll make a double takeout on the yellow and stay. If he hits it off the nose, it'll jam on the back one. Norm's almost got to ignore that rock and try to find some place to put it. Yeah, there you go. He realized the danger. Another good miss.
Oh, we've seen a few of those today. Now McLaughlin taking another look here.
There's no real way for him. I guess there is one little avenue of getting it out of there, but
he's going to bring Ron Houston down and talk it over. We'll see if we can't listen in.
We're sitting 3. I don't know what he's got. I don't know. I think he's going to jam here. I don't know if he can bury. I mean, you can get one here, but yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like just. Yeah, exactly. So I like leaving these rocks where they are, and even sitting. I know. That's what I'm saying. He's got nothing. No. I don't want to move. But he's just going to play the double, right? But I can't, because this will jam here. I'm going the other way. What would you like?
McLaughlin wants to leave those 2 rocks alone, and Ron Houston doesn't.
Yeah, I like leaving that where it is. I mean, like, well, he might play hit and roll too, right? Yeah, okay.
An innocent little miss is quite a point hit.
Now let me ask you this. We're hearing their conversation because we've got the skips mic'd, but they'll raise their voices. They'll talk in normal tones, and they're talking about stuff that the other team might do. How much are you listening to what they're saying when you're down on there as the other skip?
Well, being in Mike's position right now, he still thinks he's in a lot of trouble, and he is. They've got to make, maybe 2 or 3 really good shots just to even create a situation where they might score. Norm's thinking, I'm up 4. I've got a pretty good situation here. If I can keep the 1 here,
line's a little
or
tight.
Steal a point, he's pretty much got control of this game.
T-line?
For the rest of the game. This is the big end. This is the halfway point.
We can bury, yep, yeah. If it's T-line.
Want to get right around that red and yellow.
Yeah.
Not disturb them. You're going to freeze onto the yellow instead.
Well, this is interesting now. What does Maddin do?
A little tight. But they were telling me. Yeah, I know.
In a perfect world, if he could find a way to get in behind those, it would be awesome, because they're all keyed, so there's no real race to play straight back. So he's going around the corner guard again. He's in love with that corner guard, but I don't think he remembered that they rubbed it and moved it, because it looks like he's taking the same ice he's been taking the whole in for it.
Hard! Hurry! Line's perfect. Come on, guys. Hard. Hard! Gotta be shot. Yeah, may as well finish it up now. Yep. Attaboy.
Really nice shot. We can't tell from our angle how much of that he can see, but
control, hey?
Obviously, in arm fields, he can get it with the normal take of the wing.
And there it is. He said he needed it to be shot, and he got shot right in the middle of the 8-foot. That is shot rock. Yellow's sitting the next 2, maybe the next 3. Maybe, no, not 4, but maybe the next 3. So here's the first stone for the skip, Norm McLaughlin, in this 4th out.
Line's good.
Judging from the Vice's reaction, this is the first miss of the game for.
Yeah, there it is, right by.
If you recall, earlier in the game, I was saying, don't leave Norm any more draws. Let's see if we can make him hit. Looks like that worked. Now the question for Mike is, do I go around again and get greedy, risking setting up a double, or do I find somewhere else to put a second stone?
Like, I don't know. This doesn't really seem to make a lot of sense to me because it's so lined up. I mean, yeah, we could just. Yeah. I kind of like just here, and if it's a guard, it's a guard.
Mike caught a break here, and he's got to cash it in for 2 points. This is a huge deuce for him to get back. Not only on the score, but sort of get back in the game and force Norm to team to make more delicate shots.
I'm assuming he'd either try and...
Well, it looks like the discussion is centering around what you suggested before, just putting another red one right beside the one in the 8-foot. And as he said, if it's a guard, it's a guard. If it doesn't make it that far.
He has to be really careful with this, because right now he can put the rock in a position where it makes the arm shot even easier. But,
hey, tighten me up here.
You know, he's down 4, and in the back of his mind, I know he's thinking, if I can slide this around there, I can get 3 right back. And that's a normal tendency when you get down 4 is to get a little greedy. But you got to be super careful. Things can turn on you real quick here if you're not careful. And if I'm not mistaken, this is his first called draw shot the next round in this game. I think they've all been hits or quiet hits.
They wanted 3 in the last end, and he wound up giving up 2. He does it again here. He's in a great deal of trouble. Let's see where his first stone goes.
He's indicated he's got lots of weight. They got to wait for it to curl.
Close out!
It's really curling for them now.
Come on, guys! Hard!
They get it past the guard.
Yeah,
Yes.
they did. I think he's made it pretty darn good.
That's what he wanted.
Yeah, real good shot.
So red, Richmond Hill is now sitting 2.
Quickly the wind turns. A couple shots ago, it looked like Mike was in all kinds of trouble. Now he's looking to get 3 if the Norm doesn't make a really good shot.
And I think what Norm McLaughlin just said was, I can see it all.
Oh, I think you better get your eyes checked now.
It sure doesn't look like it.
Yeah.
Unless he said, I can't see it at all.
Yeah. I think he can see enough that if he hairs the guard, he can actually make a double takeout on the reds, but he's got to be awfully careful. He'd be happy to kill one right now.
Last shot for Norm McLaughlin.
It's not wide this time.
He's got to run it just past that guard.
I don't. Oh,
couldn't do it.
Watch this though.
But he's knocked his yellow back, and I don't think it's shot.
It's second shot though. I think he got second shot of it. I don't know why. Mike must think he's lying too, because he's not even looking at the yellow. It's wide open to hit for 3.
It does look like red has 2.
Yeah, red does have 2. That's what I wonder why he wasn't looking at that yellow.
So you got to draw for 3.
Wow, that's
here's where you can't get greedy, huh?
Yeah. Well, he went down. He made it awfully good.
Yeah. I just don't want to get anywhere near that front yellow one.
That's a good idea, Mike. You don't, on a free draw, you don't want to have to sweep it because it's going to get raised then.
Yeah. And then it picked and worked out like filthy.
Here's the last rock of the fourth end. Mike Maddin drawing for 3 to get right back in this thing. Red sitting 2 right now. Got to touch the 4-foot, almost.
Okay, well.
They're not going to do it. Didn't have enough.
I think just frosty out there, I guess.
But we will get a steal of 2 for Richmond Hill here in the fourth end, and they have cut their deficit in half. They now trail Leaside 4-2, halfway home. So again, Ed Wernick, we've seen chances for things to be a whole lot worse.
Yeah, that's a big miss. I was surprised he missed that, especially he just threw a draw shot. And, I guess he, like you said, he might have got caught on heavy ice out there. If he was concerned at all about the ice being any heavier out there, he should have played the same turn he played on his first one. That looked pretty routine. But he's the skip. He felt comfortable with the shot, and that's a big point. I mean, he could have been a 1-point game after that mess. That would be a pretty big score on his behalf.
Underway in the fifth end now, and Leaside has the hammer for the first time since the first end. Norm McLaughlin scored 1. There's Aaron Clark's first shot. And if you're Richmond Hill, you just got to be kicking yourself right now. I mean, you've had a chance for a 6, although that one got taken away from you as opposed to you missing it.
That's true.
But then you miss the high raise for 3, you miss another draw for 3, and how do you get that out of your head?
They're going to have to really be careful this next end or two and make a lot of shots, because I'm sure right now they feel like everything's going against them. And they're going to have to play really well, especially with not having the hammer. They don't want to make mistakes and get down 3 or 4 again.
Mike Maddin fighting the cold, at the very least. Now you see Norm McLaughlin using that guard.
Yeah, he's gone right around, but it's still a little too deep for my liking. Mike can drop one in on top. He can control this end for at least 3 or 4 stones.
Second shot for Aaron Clark here in this fifth end.
Line's really good.
Take advantage of the fact that yellow rock's a little too deep.
Yeah, that was important to get that rock right back there, because the first opportunity that Norm gets, I'm sure he's going to run out and start peeling the center guard. So you want to have the situation in your favor when you go out there. But actually, right now they can still control the sand and with the hammer. It's a very dangerous thing for Mike, because they don't have control of the end, and they don't have the hammer.
Hard line. Okay.
Couldn't get it past that guard. Jerry Hawkins with a second shot. Now we'll go to second stones. It'll be Curtis Samoy.
Mike's got to be a little patient here. He's got a lot of time to wiggle his way into but he doesn't want to give an opening where the Leaside team can start making double peels. So he's chosen the wide intern, which surprised me a little bit, but maybe he's seen something out there that we haven't.
Mike Wellner here with Ed Wernick from Western Golf and Country Club. The open final of this TCA Energizer Bonspiel. Leaside leading Richmond Hill 4-2 in the fifth end. But 8-end game.
Okay, just over now, then.
I can see now why he chose that in-turn hit curl big time. That's great. That's what you like to see. And here Norm's decided that he shot rock. He's going for the kill right here. This is pretty interesting. I was sure that he'd walk out and start peeling those red rocks and trying to control this game. He's saying, don't scare me.
Playing an aggressive game with the hammer.
Sure is.
This is Rick Sinhuber.
Oh, it's got a curl. Got a curl. I don't want to set up a double.
I'm not happy with that. That rock didn't curl at all.
Okay.
No hesitation from Mike Maddin there. He's telling Curtis Samoy the shot he wants. We were talking about pace earlier, and this thing has slowed right down.
Yeah, they had a pretty interesting end last end. There was a few team meetings.
Well, never.
Now, you never like to hear that.
Yeah, never's an awful long time. Got a little bit of a roll. And if he'd have got another 3 feet of roll, that would have been a super shot, because they would have choked off everything, given a bit of a safety valve.
Yeah, they out of my yeah, I thought it would be a little bit.
They're going to try and come get this, and if they hit this on the high side, they'll jam it right on
what
that
can you do
hill,
when you're all the way in there?
That's a shot.
Threw it a little tight though too. I don't know. Yeah.
Good comment. I don't know.
So here's Rick Sinhuber's second shot.
They're waiting on this rock to curl. This is going to be huge. How much this? It looks like it's a possible jam, and it is. Ouch! Big ouch.
That doesn't help at all. Your Yellowstones, and that's 2 shots in a row that they've been waiting for the curl.
Yeah. That's an unbelievable turnaround today.
See, they're just waiting and waiting, keep those brooms off, and never happens.
Not only did Norm not go out and peel those front red ones, now he's actually done him a favor and buried the red one in behind it.
Jordan Keon will have his first shot here in the 5th.
Yeah, it is going to wreck on the guard.
Sweepers are coming off, and it will.
Okay.
That's a great opportunity to get another one around and really put Norm in trouble now.
Has he left him a port there at all?
Well, Norm's got to decide. What Norm's got to decide right now is, am I willing to risk this whole end on this next shot by drawing, and if they miss, they're in a lot of trouble, or do I go out and peel, make a double peel and clear things open so you can at least get a points to this end somehow. This is a very crucial shot. He's got to decide whether to put it all in his Voice's hands or to go out there and play it safe. And I think with a 2-point lead, he should be out there peeling something.
Now he's moving out and looking at those peels.
Oh, yeah. His Voice is almost refusing to throw the draw. Norm wanted to play that in-turn come around.
Part of being a skip is knowing when to let yourself get overruled, I guess.
Yeah, and that's part of the game too. You know, sometimes a skip sees a certain thing and says, we can make this or out of it. And the rest of the team's got to pay attention. Say, hey, you missed this, we could be in a lot of trouble.
I think run this one into there.
If you hit it You can get the other one.
I don't like this call either. I think you always got to peel the rock that's guarding the shot rock. I mean, this is great if he makes it, but
I like
boy,
this one.
I think he's playing a shot that he doesn't have to play with a 2-point lead.
We'll see if it works. It's all on Ron Houston.
Yep. Whoa. Yeah. Hard.
Trying to hit the second
Hard,
red.
guys, hard.
And he did it. Into one and through another. So he got rid of one.
Well, he basically didn't accomplish anything. He still can't see that shot
true.
rock.
He's still got 2 right there.
And they might not be able to see that shot rock for at least 2 more shots. So here's a great opportunity for you. Got to get another one in there. They got a chance to really punish him.
What do you like?
He says, "What do you like?" I like the out turn come around because they made that shot a few times and really finishes nice in there. But they're in love with this in turn.
See that last shot again. We do knock out a red, but really all the rocks are in the same places that they were before, and the yellow's not in the house. Still sitting 2 red, down by 2. Leaside has the 4-2 lead here in the 5th with the hammer.
Yeah, they really needed to make a double peel there, especially those 2 rocks that are guarding the shot. That was definitely the shot.
This is Jordan Keon. It's his second shot here in the 5th.
Jordan looks to me like he's throwing a pretty lazy handle. These rocks seem to curl a lot. That rock isn't rotating very hard at all.
You hear Maddin say this is going to work out just fine. Not the shot they wanted, but they'll take it.
Nar's playing the shot that I thought
You threw your first one tight. That one you threw okay
turn
though.
come around. This is a great spot. He finishes really nice in there. But having said that, they better make one soon.
Looking for Ron Houston to make this draw.
How's the weight? Line's good. Yep. Hard. Hurry.
Want to try to get it in. Got it by 1. Not going to get it by 2. Now the frustration's moving to the other side.
Yeah, they've played a pretty erratic end, we might call it. I mean, you got a 4-point lead, and it looks like the Tuesday afternoon league at Leaside. Here you go, Mike. Now I think Mike's playing the shot that I thought he should have played last time.
And we're down to Skip Stones here in the 5th.
This is huge. If he can get this round, he can actually grab control of this game after being down 4 2 ends.
And a big smile on Mike Maddin's face, and you can see how the momentum is shifted here.
We're just taking away the yellow. Because you can't get to the red on the other side, so you'll have to play a run back or double run back from the window.
Oh, he might be guarding the yellow, so he can't promote it.
Yeah. Even still, though, you can't leave this one.
Okay, there you go. We just heard Mike say you can't leave it for him. Which he may get an opportunity as last one to do something. So the steal of 1 is big right now for him, obviously.
Make sure. Still run off.
You're going to make it by... No, they're not.
Yep.
I think he was trying to cover that yellow one. I think he accomplished that.
Didn't mind. It was slowing down awfully hard anyway. And we're still looking. Red sitting 2 right now. Richmond Hill. Mike Maddin's rink. Leaside has the hammer up 4-2 in the 5th.
Norman better make this or he might not have a shot with his last one. This is a huge shot for him. This might be last rock of the end right here as far as he's concerned. That's where you look at your team and say, how do we get into this mess? Who called this end anyway?
What did Ron just throw?
They had Rick Sinhuber ask him what kind of weight you're throwing, and Norm McLaughlin's answer was, you tell me.
Might be a little late. Should die. Make sure it's around. Whoa, whoa. Yeah, hard! Hard, guys! Hurry!
He got a little wider, and it didn't carry as well as the other rocks.
No, he said when he let it go, it might be a little light, and it was.
They're waiting for the curl, and I guess on those, you probably pretty much have to get on them early and carry them and then let them die, but it's hard to do when you're waiting for it to break.
We could play that turn, I don't want that.
So we'll see it again here, and we'll see it just, even with the extra sweeping, barely make it into the 12-foot.
He had great line. If he gets that to the tee line, he'd be shot rock easy.
But Red now at least only sitting 1.
Yeah, Mike's got to try and find a way to put the price up here. But he's also got to be careful. He can't leave him anything that he can raise back on that red one, because it's an awfully lonely red all of a sudden.
Keep taking her one. Well, hopefully. Here, Les. Yeah. Okay, so just guard.
Okay, they're just going to try to guard that rock that turns through, so he can't promote it for shot.
We can half cover that red one.
Right
take away
now,
the tap and the like double run back or whatever for 2.
This is Mike Maddin's final stone here in the 5th end. Trying to put up a guard.
Well, if you recall, Norm actually put that red rock there, and then
if I can hit that right on the nose, right?
He's looking at what he's looking at. Oh, I see. I think he's looking at a double raise, the red onto the yellow onto the red for 2.
Ambitious.
I could play the run back here. Just tap. Like it'll have to be, I'm hitting 2 rocks, right? Yep.
This could get awfully messy.
It's a tough shot.
Well, let's see. He had a 2-point lead in the hammer, and I see at least 9 stones that probably shouldn't be there as far as I'm concerned.
It is a busy, busy front of the house.
2. Yeah.
So there you go. Raise the red onto the yellow.
Onto the red.
And get yourself 2.
You know, when you haven't got anything else, I mean, you got to try something. You can't just pass.
You guys like this?
No, I don't like it, but what else are you going to do?
No. We're second. Now, if I hit this right on the nose, we'll get 2.
Well, that's a big if.
We're going to hit that right on the nose.
Like you said, Ed Wernick, Mike Maddin wants Norm McLaughlin to play the hitting game, not the drawing game. And he's trying to hit right here. Last shot of the 5th end.
Yeah, hard!
Looks like it's over curling on him.
Didn't hit it on the nose, and it'll tap the yellow, and it'll be a little too strong, and Red's gonna get 2. The yellow slides all the way out, and it's a steal of 2 for Mike Maddin, and it's a 4-4 game after 5.
Wow.
That wasn't in the playbook. See it again here. They wanted to hit that red right on the nose, and he just missed, but he ticked the yellow a little too hard, and it had to slide all the way out of the rings to not be second shot, and there it goes.
This should be a real interesting 6th end, because now Norm's got to be mad. He's going to want the 2-point lead back. Mike's got to be happy that he's back in the game. So it should be interesting to see how this goes.
Sixth end just underway. Leaside with the hammer in a 4-4 tie.
When you look at it, that's just the way the final should be. Exciting. It sure has been that.
Darren Clark plays a guard first. Now it's Jerry Hawkins' turn.
It's important for him to get this rock high. It's just it's a shot to control to get to the end.
McLaughlin coming in to help.
That's not a bad stone. I think he would like to have had that in the rings, but he's willing to live with it because he's got to treat this as a tie game now. And sixth stand is key in, especially with only 3 being an 8-end game.
Leaside with the hammer here in the sixth. It's 4-4. And it's been a very strange but exciting game. A lot of shifts in momentum, a lot of points where there ought not to have been. And you know, who'd have thought that Leaside would be up 4-0 through 3, and after that happened, who'd have thought we'd be tied going into the sixth?
Yeah, it's been great. It's been an exciting game to watch, just because of what's happened on the scoreboard.
They come around the guard and then come around the second guard as well.
Just gonna slide a little too deep. Jerry, when you don't have the hammer, you don't mind getting it a little deep because you want them to follow you, and then you follow them, and eventually you try to get it down where you virtually can't see much of the button. The other team makes a mistake, you can actually maybe pull off another steal. But
we have had a few of those today, but we've also had a few terrific shots. Here's Jerry Hawkins second.
Up just a little bit short again. Those 2 rocks aren't the worst position. Before this ends over, I think they'll have something to say about who scores.
Certainly have had a lot of rocks in play so far in this game.
I think Mike wants to guard that yellow rock. He wants to do something, but he's just not sure what. Oh, he's going to play the hit. Yeah.
Out of the 4 rock free guard zone.
I guess he's saying I've had enough fun. I want to keep it clean for just a bit.
It is a lot more stressful, but a lot more fun when there's so many rocks hanging around.
Yeah, for sure.
And there, he's cleaned it up.
Mission accomplished. I mean, it doesn't do much as far as scoring points for you, but it probably protects you from giving up a bunch.
So Curtis Samoy comes through, and now it's Rick Sinhuber. Grab his slider broom. Where's he going?
He's going to try to draw around and hopefully keep it in front of the tee line. Full 8-foot would probably be pretty good. It's tough to do though after you watch your teammate come up short twice. You have a tendency to just throw it a little harder.
Sweepers are coming off, and we're into the 12, and we're full 8, full 4, and I'll get to the bottom of the 4-foot.
Here we go again. Yeah, he just came a little deep.
It is a tie game, but it certainly does feel like Mike Maddin's Richmond Hill rink is in control of this thing right now, having come back from 4-0 down through 3.
Yeah, you have to say they got the moment. Momentum does switch rapidly in this game. It's a slow-moving game, but things happen rapidly. There's another shot. This guy was going a little too hard.
Just missed by a hair.
That hurts. So it gives up control of the forefoot. As long as he's got a rock position in front of that yellow and they can deal with it. Now if Norm gets one around the right spot, they're struggling again.
And you talk about how quickly momentum can shift, and it might have just there. And no doubt you felt it on the ice
Little
more
tighter.
than a few times, but you can go from being
yep.
sky high to picking up your jaw off
Okay,
the
whoa,
ground.
whoa, 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 lots of room, lots of room.
Absolutely. And it's always a lot easier to curl when you're happy. Or make better shots when you're happy.
Gotta be fully buried,
When you're
though.
mad, it's almost like you want to
as
drill
far as you
something.
can
And it's a
As far as
touch
you can
game.
go.
This is a good looking shot.
All the way, all the way, all the way. Get there for a second. Okay, not bad.
Mike's gonna have to deal with that rock because that rock has got. They're gonna have to make it. He's gonna play. He's going for it.
I don't know what's going on.
That was Norm McLaughlin saying, "I don't know what's going on."
I mean, we lost 2 of ours in the last game. It's frustrating.
Yeah, we can talk about frustration all we want, but you hear it from them, and it's a whole different thing.
Yeah, you gotta hope that it doesn't affect their next shot. And sometimes that's hard to
This is Jordan Keon.
Where is it? Close, yep. Yep. Hurry! Hurry! Real hard, guys, hard! Hard! Right up, hard! Okay, whoa, 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 whoa.
This is Leaside and Richmond Hill in the open final of this TCA Energizer Bonspiel at the Weston Golf and Country Club in Toronto. I'm Mike Wilner. I'm with Ed Wernick, and we are in the 6th end of a 4-4 tie. Leaside with the hammer, having just given up a steal of 2. There's Leaside skip Norm McLaughlin. Mike Maddin leads the Richmond Hill team. That was him coughing right there. He's been fighting it all day. And this is Ron Houston, the vice for Leaside, about to take his first shot.
Line's pretty good. Line's real good. Well, if you can, but yeah. I don't think it's got the weight. Okay. Cool. Shot.
Houston not looking terribly happy.
You want to play the yellow on the yellow?
Yeah, I was going to say, that's a pretty interesting situation. If Mike was to promote the red on the yellow, he would just leave the yellow on the red. So now his team sort of wants
Seriously
to play
though,
the
if you
double on
catch
the
this
yellow.
one right about here, you lose both yellow. Can you see enough of that, or no? Okay, just play the double on these 2 then.
I think that's the good call.
You can't see all of this? It's okay, you need to hit it just a hair off nose. Should come up. Real normal.
Trying to take out both those yellows up top.
Yep. Hard. Hard. Hurry. Whoa, 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 whoa.
He's got 1, and he's got 2.
Good shot. Excellent shot. Now that's a lonely yellow there. You got the hammer and you still want to protect it. You got to be awfully careful.
See it again, looking for the double takeout, and they get it. Raise a 1 yellow onto the other. They both go home. And you've got 1 yellow completely surrounded by 4 red. And Ron Houston going to try to deal with that here with his last stone.
Hurry hard. Hurry.
He's putting the string on this one. He's going to have to work real hard to get this one in the house.
We got 3 sweepers on it right now trying to drag it in, and they will just get it into the top of the 12. As we move to skip stone.
Very true. I'm kind of inclined to think that the tap's easier. Like, we don't really need to save it for anything. Now's our chance, right? Yeah, good here.
This is a big shot. Mike's got to make this right, because if he happens to split it and not get the proper promotion on that red rock, he's going to leave Norm the draw in there. They totally wear him for the end. This is huge.
First stone for Mike Maddin. Wants the tap.
Great line. He just needs to wait. Great, nice shot.
That's a terrific shot by Mike Maddin. And he's got shot rock right now on top of that yellow. You see the tap back.
Yeah. Looks like Norm's going to have to try to play the double on those 2 reds and be very careful doing it.
Well, there he got just enough weight on that first red to drive it back into bite the button.
Yep, normal.
And again, he's making Norm McLaughlin hit.
Normal.
And this is a touchy shot because he's got to get to the nose. If he hits this too much on the high side, the pro side, he could jam it on the red on the yellow, and leave him dead buried right in the button area.
First stone for Leaside skip Norm McLaughlin here in this 6th end of a 4-4 tie. He has given up a steal of 2 in the 5th end to get the score to where it is.
Whoa. Oh, son. You hear the voice calling right off.
Yeah, hard!
Come for that double, there's one, and he missed the second.
Overcurled. I wonder if that rock didn't kiss something, because they were hauling right off, and then all of a sudden it was too late.
I think the 7.
You almost never see that anymore with the synthetic broom. You used to hit straws and stuff.
Yeah. That surface is usually pretty clean, but it's a bigger problem with footprints and knee prints and handprints now than anything else. Whoa, we just missed that.
Yeah, no, and the way they're staggered, the angle isn't really good on the other side. It would be a lot easier on this side. So.
Just rolled by the shot rock.
Yeah, halfway.
Mike's looking just to play a guard on so he can't promote anything. He feels pretty good about the situation right now.
Looking to steal at least one here in the 6th. And there's his guard.
Yep.
I remember earlier in the end we were talking about those rocks up in the front 12 foot that were going to determine the outcome of this end, and after Mike made that great promotion, nice little tap to the button.
Yeah, you never know what's going to matter and what isn't.
Well, you know what? If I play hack weights, it should curl, and I might, if I can hit this on the nose, I might be able to bounce it out.
Yeah, Norm's looking to That rock looks like it's better than half buried, and he's got to find a way to get somewhere near the nose of it.
It's so thin. It's so thin.
Looking at different potential permutations of this shot here.
Huh. Which turn? Out turn? Yeah, okay. Just so normal? Yeah.
He's going to try and play the thin double. I mean thin double.
Hopefully I don't turn it like I did that last one. Normal.
Not a lot of room to do it. Trying to save himself this end. Score a couple. This is it. Last rock. 6th end. Norm McLaughlin trying to prevent the steal of one.
Close. Yeah. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hard. Hard.
It's real close.
He's got one, and he's going to slide by again.
That's a pretty good effort.
It was a thin double, but not quite thin enough. And Richmond Hill will score one. Another steal. And take a 5-4 lead through 6 ends right here. We're going to take a quick break, and we will be back with the final 2 ends from the Weston Golf and Country Club. Richmond Hill's up 5-4 on Rogers Television.
Hi, I'm Lori Brown. Join me for a new season of Toronto Biographies, where we'll introduce you to some of the personalities who have made a substantial impact on this city. We explore the lives of several Torontonians who have excelled in professions ranging from sports to politics and art to commerce. For all airtimes and a complete episode guide, visit the Toronto Biographies page at rogerstelevision.com. It's a new season of Toronto Biographies exclusively on Rogers Television.
You watched, but who won? Congratulations to Lisa Williams from Markham, Ontario. She won just by watching Rogers Television. Will you be our next winner? Keep watching for more chances to win exciting prizes.
Wait! I thought you... Listen, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. You know that... Listen...
A lot of bad stuff happens when people don't know enough to stop drinking before they lose control. Fights, screwing around, unsafe sex, rape. If you're gonna drink, be smart about it. Keepcontrol.ca.
Vicky was about 3 and her cousin the same. And they always used to go out to the farmlands and try to find a pond to skate on. She came home one day and said, "Oh, Mommy, I can skate. And I says, "Oh, good, now I can sign you up for figure skating lessons." And she says, "No, hockey."
My dad loved hockey. You know, all my memories of him are actually playing, whether it's in our basement downstairs or on the rink at the school. Just everything was hockey. As soon as he introduced it to me, I loved it, and I've been playing ever since. Being at the Olympics and having that experience is huge. Receiving the medals and standing with your medal is probably one of the best feelings in the world. To hear your anthem and watch your flag being raised, it's a very emotional moment, and it's a moment where you want time to stand still.
Your world right now, only on Rogers Television Toronto.
And we're back at the Weston Golf and Country Club, the open final of this TCA Energizer Bonspiel. Mike Wilner along with Ed Wernick, and we've seen a terrific game. And Mike Maddin's Richmond Hill rink now leads 5-4 over Norm McLaughlin and Leaside as we go into the 7th end of this 8-end game. And talking during the break, this has been, there's so many different ways you could describe this game. It could be 17-1 one way, it could be 10-9, but it's really been two different games, the first 3 ends and the next 3 ends.
Yeah, it's been entertaining to watch. You know, we mentioned that Mike Maddin's team could hit, so we knew they could hit. We were wondering if they could draw. Well, I think they answered that question by the comeback they've just mastered. And the other thing was they had to get Norm throwing takeouts, which they also accomplished, and Norm hasn't been too successful at that either. So he switched it right around.
He was drawing, Norm McLaughlin drawing awfully well in the first 3 ends, but then hasn't been asked to draw yet because Mike Maddin's team has put him in the position of having to hit, and he hasn't been able to come through on some pretty complicated hits. I mean, there haven't been terribly easy ones that he's been missing.
No, but they were complicated because I think some of his strategy was a little suspect, especially in the 5th end. I thought he should have been out there peeling those rocks and giving himself a little, if anything, a draw of the button to score, which would have given a 3-point lead instead of being tied. So, and he's had a little bit of bad luck too when he split his own out and gave up a steal too, where he was prepared to give up the steal. That could be a big point for this game.
Now he's going to want to take this out with Jerry Hawkins, his lead, second stone. Here in the 7th end, you have the hammer, down 1 in the 7th.
Okay, good shot.
Got to try to get. You can't be satisfied taking 1 here and giving up the hammer tie going home.
Well, it was interesting when you're playing the 7th end with a 1-point lead. As a rule, you try and force the other team to take a point, so you go short. Well, Mike has chosen to go in the house. And Norm has chosen to say, okay, I'll play for the blank and see if I can have the hammer going home. It's a pretty interesting strategy.
Yep.
I mean, we usually, as a team, we used to discuss the situation, say, okay, we're doing this and this, but we're going short in the 7th. Because you always want that hammer coming home.
Sorry, come on. That's fine.
Well, here they've rolled out with their takeout, so now they've got an open house. It'd be interesting to see if Norm throws a corner guard or he's gonna. Yeah, see, he's calling it in the rings. He's saying, "I'm gonna blank this end and get the hammer going home."
Even down 1, you'll take it if it gives you the hammer and try to score 2 in the 8th end and win the thing. This is Rick Sinhuber.
I'm not so sure I like the strategy. I think you got 2 ends left to play. I think you go for the deuce and try to double your chances of winning the game. I think this is, especially if you get a situation where you got a wide open hit the blank and then you don't blank, then you question your strategy all of a sudden.
Sweep.
So there's the corner guard.
Thinking just normally.
Tight to the 12-foot.
Okay. And I still like coming at it with the out turn. Should curl more on this side.
See, Mike still actually has the option of going short on the center line and trying to create a game into the 4-foot. He's chosen to say, okay, you know, I'm comfortable with you trying to blank, so it's sort of a little bit of a contest here. You know, Norm's saying I can blank, and Mike says no, you can't.
Yeah. Well, like you said, the last thing you want to do is have to take one out to blank with your last rock and miss it. And all of a sudden you're down a couple at least.
Well, that happens because you played the whole end to blank, so now that you come to the opportunity to go after the blank so hard that you actually can't fan it, and that has happened by better curlers than us too.
Not too many of those. Certainly plenty better curlers than me.
I was trying to make you feel good.
I appreciate that. I can't anticipate there will ever be a time when I'm in the same conversation. And Rick Sinhuber puts up that same shot, and Mike Maddin's going to ask Jordan Keon to play the same one that Curtis Samoy just did. Same thing, just playing the blanket game. Does speed things up on the way to the 8th then, though.
I think so, yeah.
Getting close to the 2-hour mark here of this game.
Oh, there's a banquet later on. Maybe they're all getting a little hungry. It's been a long week.
Could be. No one's quite sure what curlers like more, actually, the game or the after party.
Oh, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to Energizer for being a title sponsor. From the people I've talked to, they've had a great time all week. My hat's off to them. We need this event for club teams, for the good teams that can't play with the normal front ends. This is a terrific event.
No question about that, and they've put on quite a show, both Energizer and the various curling clubs that have hosted it throughout the week. We're here for the final at the West End, but hasn't been here all week.
Turn normal.
So Ron Houston puts it in the house there. And Jordan Keon's going to try to just get rid of it.
Hurry! Hurry! Hard! Come on, hard! Well.
Uh-oh. There's our first miss of this 7th end.
You know, Norm could pull the Randy Furby and take his own out and keep the blank alive.
See what he can do with this small window that's just opened up for him.
Just T-line. Just T-line. Whoa. Got to be in the house.
Wow. Well, they got us spread pretty good. This is going to be interesting. Oh, if all else fails, in Mike Maddin's case, you give up the deuce. Now you're one down going home with the hammer, which is what Norm has broadcasted he was totally comfortable with. I know that we've had discussions, not for very long, but we've had discussions of where they actually give up the intention of deuce and take the hammer going home. Wow. Well, it depends on ice conditions. If you've got great swinging ice like this where you can bury almost anywhere, you almost feel like a deuce is you know, probably 75% of the time. And if all else fails, you score your one with the hammer and get the extra in.
And Richmond Hill and Mike Maddin's got to feel supremely confident right now. They've just stolen 2 and then stolen another 1. So with the hammer, he's going to try to take this one out on the left side, and he does. Yellow's still shot rock right now. We're on to Skip Stones in the 7th end.
Well, I think it hit.
Yeah, Norm could just draw in here for a second shot, but
we'll go that way.
He's decided that he'd rather throw the hit, which remember we just discussed. We'd rather see him draw. Maybe nobody's told him.
Whatever he just.
You always do have an idea of what you're doing in a specific game. I mean, you gotta. The skip has so many responsibilities. Has to know what everyone's doing and how everyone's doing. But you also know whether you're hitting well on a certain day or whether you're drawing well on a certain day.
Yeah, you have a comfort zone for certain ice conditions.
A little down.
I always.
Yeah, hard.
There's some ice where you felt that you just couldn't. Miss it.
Whoa!
Well executed. I can remember one time in Regina, I was throwing a shot to win a game, and when I left the house, I was throwing a hit, and without saying anything, I told John Quad was playing third for me at the time, and I said, give me a little more ice. He still thought I was playing a hit. Well, I took a little more ice because I decided to play the draw, but I forgot to tell him. He said he almost had a crap in his pants when he saw me come out of the house with his lightweight. It was pretty funny.
But did it work?
Well, the good news is it made it. If I'd have missed it, I still might have been looking for parts of my body.
Last shot for Mike Maddin, the Richmond Hill skip. Going to try to knock out the 1 yellow. and leave Norm McLaughlin with a hit for 2. He's going to roll out, so all Norm McLaughlin's got is an open draw for 2 here.
Take the lead.
So Maddin happy to have the hammer going home, even if it means being down 1.
Yeah.
And we've liked Norm McLaughlin on his draws tonight, and this is all you have to do is touch the house. Is there any chance he takes out his own yellow and gets the blank here?
There are teams that would actually do that. Randy Furby proved that in the Briar. He actually took his own out, keep the blank wide. But I think you got to take the lead. And either way, you're gonna have to make a lot of shots. Some of them just going to be a little more dangerous when you don't have the hammer.
Whoa! Take a look.
Well, he's handing you the lead right here, Mike Maddin. All you got to do is get it in the house, and Norm McLaughlin will be up 6-5 going home. And that's what we've got. We've got the draw for 2 and a 6-5 lead for Leaside. And a perfect draw, pretty much, by Norm McLaughlin. So we're going to the 8th end, and Richmond Hill has the hammer, trailing Leaside 6-5.
Well, you know, looking back at the game, Mike, you gotta think that Mike Maddin's happy to have a chance to one down, coming home with the hammer after being down 4. At the same time, Norm's probably happy to have the lead back because it's been a while after blowing the 4-point lead. So it'd be interesting to see how this game finishes. Interesting both in strategy and shot making on both sides of it.
Now, what are you doing here as a skip who needs 2 to win, and what are you doing here as a skip who has to stop the guy from getting 2 and hope to go to an extra end?
Well, Norm's chosen to go short. He's saying, I'm going to try and steal the game on you here by going short. And I think that after he throws this short, if he does come short of the rings, I think that Mike will throw that corner guard on the right-hand side. Remember, they went around a million times and finally got the free draw for 3 on. So I think that they've already tested that side, so that's the side they'll stick to try to create their 2 over there.
It's the same way they were coming in that 4th end, where they did put that outside guard, a corner guard, and just kept going around it and around it and around it all day. So there's the center line guard.
Now he looks like he's indicated he's going to go around the center line guard first.
What's that?
That surprises me a little bit, because if all goes wrong, then he won't have an option of making the do somewhere else. Oh, he's chosen to go to the other side. There you go. I thought he loved that other side so much and got a couple misses over there eventually that he would stick to that side.
Talked out of the shot he wanted, I think, by Aaron Clark. And
I don't mind the corner guard. It surprised me he's going to this side. Now, maybe he feels that his team's a little stronger on the intern side. Maybe that's a possibility, too, that I'm not aware of.
Well, I'm with you, too, on the right side guard, because it seemed like, as you mentioned, he fell in love with that, and they were making that shot time after time.
Yeah, it's a little surprising. This looks like it's curling a little bit too, and they might just be a little more comfortable with interns. I know that one end going away, that was the 5th end. They were in love with the intern that end, and I felt they should have been throwing a couple of interns around, which they haven't played only because there's nowhere else to go.
Second shot here for Jerry Hawkins. It's the 8th and final end, barring an extra end, and we've got a tight game. 6-5 Leaside. Norm McLaughlin's rink is ahead.
I wonder if the Energizer people were comfortable the score was 4-0. They're probably thinking we've got a real bummer going here, but this turned into a really entertaining and an interesting game. Once again, the LA's just slid a little too deep.
Come on, just tap it out. Yeah, this is good. This is real good.
Aaron Clark being asked to tap out that yellow stone in the butt.
Close. Yep. Okay. Whoa. It's there on its own. Okay.
Right on the pin.
This is going to get messy. Which is just the way it should be.
That's right. You don't want a boring final line.
Yeah. Well, that's where the floor rock rule became a real good thing for this game, because in most sports the last period is exciting. And curling, it was just the opposite. Everybody went bang, 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 kept it wide open. This way you have an opportunity to create a situation where you have to make some nice shots, and it's really helped the game.
No line. No line.
McLaughlin not happy with that effort.
Yeah, it seems to be hanging out there just a little bit, but as long as he stays in the area, makes him deal with it, he might just be able to get out of it.
This is Curtis Samoy.
Yep. Whoa.
Richmond Hill with the hammer, throwing red stone. Trailing by 1 here in the 8th end.
Line perfect, come on, hard! Hard!
Pretty good shot.
Yep, attaboy.
Just overswept it a little bit, but they're trying to keep the rock up on top of it. That's why they had to punch the key of it. This is a crucial shot now. Halfway through this end, this is a crucial shot for Norman McLaughlin. They got to just jiggle those rocks around a little bit. Can't leave them sitting there like that.
Rick Sinhuber being asked to, as the wrench says, jiggle the rocks around a bit. A 2 for Richmond Hill wins them this game. A 1 forces an extra end. Anything else, and Leaside takes it.
Well, that rock might have picked something up. That seemed to break awfully. Well, he's pretty light too now. We don't know if when it picked up to some debris, maybe it killed the weight in it too. But
Even somewhere up here is fine, Curtis. I really like being in here, though.
This is getting pretty interesting right now. You think Red's got it locked up, but it's going to be a few straight back raises on those front hill ones, I think, coming up.
Line's really good. Yep, yep. Hard. Line's perfect, hard. Hurry. Hard. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Won't get past that yellow. You hear the crowd's reaction to that.
Yeah, not only did he open it up, but he lined up
and rolled it here.
The straight back yellow double raise. It could play a big part later in this end.
See how quickly things can change there.
Yeah, he might have got a little greedy by trying to come right in and choke everything off. I know why he called the shot. It was a perfect shot, but maybe he didn't have to right at that point. He could have saved that for maybe a shot or two.
Well, you got to roll. You got to hit it on this side to get this one out. Normal.
So here's Ron Houston, and he's going to try to come right down the middle here.
Yep. Yeah, hard. Hard. Okay, whoa.
And he's through. And there it is.
There they go.
Good shot.
Boy, things change in a hurry, don't they?
No kidding. The clog button is no longer. You see it get right through that port.
Well, no, if he comes through the port, he can't afford to get the roll where it lines up with that double guard up there. So Curtis got really unlucky. Not only take the guard off, he lined something up.
That's a tough way to go to bed if that's your last shot of this whole tournament. Which it might be.
You're looking 6 games and everything's going great for you, obviously, and something like that goes wrong.
Jordan Keon trying to thread the needle, and he can't do it. can see, or at least you hear, Mike Maddin slam that broom down.
Yeah, now Mike's got to be a little careful. He's got to try to keep an avenue open where he can actually send his game to the next round, even though he's still got a possible deuce going. But things are getting pretty ugly here.
I mean, if you could ever do this, you know, just kind of, you know what I mean? But that's like, yeah, he'd be, oh, to the back one.
What Norm's talking about here is he wants to come down, tap that red onto the yellow, and then leave a shooter there and guard both holes, which is a great shot if you can make it. It's just the question is, does he have to get that fancy rate at this time? It'd be a great shot if he could make it. I don't think a lot can go wrong unless he gets extremely heavy, because he's always going to end up with rocks in that area. So he's bound to take at least one of the holes away, which is all he can do if he doesn't play that shot. So that'd be worth a go. Although they're lined up where
he could easily draw here.
Yeah, I see. That's his concern, even though he's got the line.
I don't really like leaving him this. He just threw it. I think we just draw to here.
So he wants to draw to the bottom of the 12-foot, or to the top of the 8, that is.
Something they can make.
The best shot is the shot you can make, no question about that.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Here's second shot for Ron Houston.
Yep. It's close. Yep. Line's real good. Yep. Yeah. Hard.
Could make it through.
Sit. Oh, okay. Whoa.
But he clogs up a hole.
Okay.
Still got that straight back double raise that's still hanging around. I got a feeling it's going to come into play somehow. I just don't know how.
At the end of it.
It basically takes, well, what it does right now is it takes Mike's intern draw away, because he would end up being right down the line with that. So he's almost got to go around that far outside one. And that's what he's doing, yeah. But he doesn't really have a choice. The problem is that we saw his intern draw here for 3 earlier in the game, and it seemed to be a little heavier out there. And
that was in the 4th inning. Maddin missed that draw for 3. So they wound up taking just 2. But he was way light that time. Here's Jordan Keon.
Yep, line, yep. Hard line.
I think he's turned this in.
Whoa, plan B. Keep curling, baby. Oh. Whoa.
He's heading right for the yellow guard. Now just kiss it off and off the red.
You heard Norm sigh. It's in an interesting position, because if Norm decides to leave that there and Mike makes that nice tap that he made in the 6th inning, all of a sudden the 2 is alive again. So he's got to decide whether to deal with it or plug the intern draw.
What about here? If I can bury here, all he's got is some sort of tap, and it just curls so much. I don't think he can tap that. Well, no, this is a no-brainer.
Well, the other side of the story is how does Mike get his point if he doesn't make a real good shot? How does he get his point to even send it to the next round?
Even if I'm right there, yeah. Yep.
We heard Norm McLaughlin say that draw is a no-brainer.
Top 4. Like biting 4. What did he just throw?
So here's Norm McLaughlin with his first stone of this 8th end. Trying the draw. Just wants to bite the forefoot on the outside, the right side.
Pretty good. Just for weight. Leave it high then.
Well, he's got to decide whether to make that tap, which I think is his first indication. He's even looking at the triple race tap.
This is not the end of the world.
It always fills you full of confidence to hear your skip say it's not the end of the world.
I don't know.
I think what he's trying to say is, how could you guys do this to me?
Oh, what are our other options then?
Yeah, they're not lined up where he can actually get shot rock, I don't think, and do it by playing the triple race.
Guys probably here this way too. Maybe not. No, I don't think so.
Now, Norm McLaughlin said he didn't think that Maddin could make the tap.
Yeah, he felt that it curls so much with that intern that it would overcurl, but it looks like a, it's not the smallest hole in the world, but I guess when you're throwing with your life on the line, it can look like
I'm more
a pea hole.
comfortable playing the top. Give me off the edge of the floor, just off the edge of the floor. Yeah, that's true, eh?
Yeah, the problem with this shot is that he's seen Jordan's curl. Now, I don't know whether it caught something, but it looked like it had a flat handle and something happened. But he's got to wait for it to come out of that little run along that side where they run straight for about halfway down. It's got to come out just at the right time for him with the right amount of weight to tap that right to the forefoot. If he makes this is one great shot, I'll tell you.
That's what he's going to try to do. Tap that red back in. Make it shot rock. First skip stone for Mike Maddin here in the 8th and final end. He's got the hammer down 1, and he's facing 4. Little smile as he lets it go.
Looks like he's got a lot of weight waiting for it to curl, but it's not moving for him.
What the?
No, it's hung
and
up
then you
on
hear the what the.
Yeah.
Not gonna do it.
Yeah, it just took it. I think he got fooled a little bit by Jordan Keenan shot down that side. I think Jordan didn't react normally.
Okay, just give me whatever the right ice is. Yeah.
Now, if Norm throws plugs that hole, I don't know how he's going to have to make that long hole for the tying point.
See Mike Maddin shot wreck right there and push the other red farther away. Now there's one hole. Norm McLaughlin's going to try to plug it and leave Mike Maddin with pretty much nothing. We'll see. Here's McLaughlin's final stone of the 8th end, trying to protect his 1-point lead.
Just a little too much on him. Well, that's the only shot he's got. It's the in-turn through the hole.
He's left that hole for the draw, and it's to force an extra end.
Seems to be a little bit of a tricky spot. They're having trouble placing the rock in the right line down that side.
Well, this was that draw that Mike Maddin loved so much in the 4th end. The side he went to a whole bunch of times. Now he's got a draw for 1 to keep this thing alive. This is the open final of this TCA Energizer Bonspiel. from the Weston Golf and Country Club. Mike Wilner and Ed Wernick. And Mike Maddin in the hack right now. Looking to take this thing to a 9th end. He's facing 4, drawing for 1, and here it is.
Make sure it's there.
Got to get through that hole.
You have to go hard on this one. They got to drag this all the way to the 4-foot.
It's got to get into the 4-foot. They're sweeping hard. They're sweeping for their lives here in this tournament. They're going to get it in.
Great shot. That's a great shot.
An outstanding draw by Mike Maddin. And we are going to an extra end. He's going to have to steal one more.
Well, Mike had to be happy they have the opportunity to throw that tough shot, because if Norm had placed his guard properly, he could have made that hole pretty small.
See it again in that hole. Not too big, but big enough for Mike Maddin to sneak it through. The sweepers did their jobs, drag it into the 4-foot. And it is a 6-6 game going to the 9th end.
That was a great job by the front end, sweeping that rock. I thought there was a chance they dragged that rock a long way.
Oh, we got one more end to go here for the Open final.
Yeah, do it again. Let's see if we can get it right this time.
Norm McLaughlin's got the hammer. And with the hammer, he has scored 3. And with the hammer, he's given up 3.
Are you saying it's a 50-50 split?
It sure looks like it. Both teams have 3 with the hammer and 3 without so far in this game.
Well, I'll tell you one thing, you sure can't call either one of these teams bangers after what display they put on this game.
No question about that. We have seen a good, tight, back and forth game with some big swings here. Leaside was up 4-0, down 5-4. Now it's 6-6. Leaside against Richmond Hill, and there's Aaron Clark's first stone of this extra end. Maddin trying to set up for the steal. McLaughlin trying to give himself a chance to take one and win.
Yeah, they're not even attempting to pick on that front one. The tick, sometimes you just try and move it off the center line a bit. He's going right around, going to try to control the 4-foot by going right around the top of the front of the button.
Hard line. Yep, hard. Okay, good shot.
That's a great shot.
They're coming back the same way that they did in the 8th end here in the 9th.
Yeah, you always want to play the extra end towards the glass where all the people are. I mean, they've been giving them standing O's the last couple ends, so why not entertain them, let them have a good look at the game.
Another guard for Aaron Clark.
This is really well done too. A lot of times when you ask for that long guard, people have a tendency to just throw it too hard.
What do you like here? Just
freezing it right on the corner and making an easy double peel. But you got to give him a lot of credit for making the shot the way he did. That's a good. That's a really good shot.
I mean, play hack weight.
What it's done is force Norm to try and move one of them now, because he realized that that's not a good position for him.
Still in the free guard zone, so he can move them, but he can't move them into the house or out of play.
Out of play, yeah, he can't move them out of play.
Pardon me.
A lot of times with this shot, most teams throw them too hard, but it looks like he's throwing this pretty. Oh, it's
hard,
it's
hard
taken
all
off
the way,
on
all the
him.
way, all the way. Okay.
Not real bad. He moved it a little bit out of the way, so now there's only one rock that he has to deal with, so to speak.
On to second stones now. And it'll be Curtis Samoy. We're in an extra end here in the open final of this TCA Energizer Bonspiel. Norm McLaughlin's Leaside rink, Mike Maddin's Richmond Hill. And Leaside has the hammer. So Curtis Samoy trying to set up another guard. Close in on the center line.
Just a little too close. That's a tough shot.
And Rick Sinhuber forgot his...
You like peeling? Yeah, it's okay.
Not sure what to call that.
I just want to peel this one.
Balance aid, I guess.
I don't want to remove that one.
Yeah. I haven't noticed. He's been using that the whole game. Yeah. You don't want to change now, I don't think.
Oh, you sure don't.
Yeah. Peel. Yep, yeah, hard. Okay, whoa.
Gotta be careful. He's okay. I thought for a minute he's going to ricochet the red one off that corner guard right into the forefoot.
Well, he got it through, and he's all right.
I'd like to make this guard just a little longer.
To work this one to get it over the hog line.
Yeah, that's perfect. Curtis made a great shot there. It makes the double peel a lot. Not only does it make the peel a lot harder, but now they've lined him up better so that if he does make the double peel, he'll probably leave his shooter somewhere near that center line. That's a pretty nice guard.
They'll ask Rick Sinhuber to get rid of it. A strong weight as we've seen from him.
He did make the double peel, but he left the guard. Now it gives the Maddin team an opportunity to maybe draw around that one, or they're even thinking of going short again, which is I like that call. As long as he has an avenue of getting in, but Norman could at any time say, "Okay, I've had enough of this."
Maddin talking it over with his vice, George Keon.
I think they need one more red rock in there somewhere. They can hide it behind that yellow one that they just threw over the hog line. Put it just in sort of staggered so they can draw behind it. It would be just about perfect, I think. Yeah.
Keon's coming back for a second look now. See if we can't listen in. All right, they know what they want now.
I'm a little surprised that they're using the intern here, because if he wicks either one of those yellow ones out there, it probably won't be a good shot. Where on the outturn, he's got all the room in the world. Then they played the outturn a couple times already this end. But again, it might just be a preference of he likes the intern better than the outturn. Who knows? Keep this clean. It looks like he's starting to move. Now that it's in the house, they might as well sweep it and tap it right to the back of the tee line. Yeah. I know, is that a good shot or a bad shot?
I was hoping you were going to say.
Well, I know what Norm's thinking now. He's thinking, well, we could throw one down and plug that hole. He's got to make an angle raise to get shot right. But I still think...
Well, he can come in and do this.
Yeah,
I like this as our shot stone.
Yes, I knew that was the delay. I still think he's got to walk out and peel. And
why don't we
with his
come here
draw
then?
away, he's got to trust himself.
Well, he's going to come and play this. He has to play this one. Oh, you can tap it.
What's the best you can do?
You're right, though. This pace of this guy slowed down in a hurry, didn't it?
It really did. Really did. Through 3 ends, we were moving, and then just slowed right down. But it's got tense.
Well, it's been a pretty complicated thing. There's a number of situations they've had where you're really not sure what you want to try and do, and then if you miss a shot, it creates some more havoc. So we've had a few of those too.
Ron Houston and Norm McLaughlin trying to come together on what they want here.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you put it right here.
This is what a curling game should be like, though. Here we are. We're in extra end. We're down at Vice's Rocks, and it's like a little bit like a chess game on ice. I'll put one here. What's he going to do? I'll put one over there. Pretty interesting.
No question about that. And then the question becomes, can they do it?
Yeah.
First stone for Ron Houston.
He wants to be awfully careful where he puts this stroke, because Mike's got a out-turn tap that can win the game for him if he comes up short.
Line's good.
If he comes too deep, leaves him a double.
Got a curl.
Which could make his last shot pretty interesting.
Yeah.
This looks, well.
Yep, all the way.
This looks a little short.
Okay.
This Mike can't wait to get out there and play that tap. Well, and if he makes it properly, all of a sudden it's buried behind the guard you just threw up.
Now we'll see if Jordan Keon can execute the shot.
It's just so hard sometimes to resist the temptation to protect your shot rock. And part of that might be the fact that you're just hoping you don't have to throw your last one. I'm sure that's the case in some cases, but I think he should have gone peeled that long front guard. But we'll see.
Second shot for Jordan Keon. Being asked to tap.
Oh, this is curling on him. I think he got tight.
They make it through. No, he can't. Rex on that front guard.
That's sort of the chemistry of what they worked so hard to establish this whole land. Well, Narv still has a bit of a quandary.
I'm liking this.
Yeah, he'd like to protect the outturn freeze, come around.
Yeah, he doesn't have anything. Even that's good, yeah. Yeah. Normal, yeah.
I wonder if that jam that he made earlier in the game when he was trying to remove one of Maddin's rock that entered his mind on this shot.
Tough to keep it out.
Yeah, you want to make sure you don't hit this on the high side, that's for sure.
Yep. Hard. Hurry. Okay.
There you go, and the red's gone, and he's rolled in front.
Well, I think Maddin's got to make a good shot and then hope for a break and make another good shot.
See that one again, the shot by Houston. Gets by all those guards, taps in, and rolls to the right.
He's got a chance here, but he'd like to have a little more room. There's just not quite enough room for him to sort of get in there and get buried. He'd like to have a little more room.
May have 2 shots at it.
Yeah, this shot here will go a long way to establishing whether he does have a shot with his last one, because if he doesn't get this in a good spot, he's got a big problem.
Yellow sitting 2 right now. We're in an extra end down to Skip Stones. Leaside with the hammer. Sweepers are on it hard, trying to drag it in there.
Just didn't break enough, quite enough early for him, or they might have dragged that in there right on the corner. But and I think they just left enough room that Norm can actually, if that had curled like maybe another 3 inches or 4 inches, Norm would have to trouble removing that rock and have to guard it. And then it'd make it even more interesting. But I think he can see enough of it to make the takeout.
Well, it appears as though that's the shot they're going to try.
What he's saying right now is, what happens if I guard it? And the vice is saying, well, he's got that long angle raise from over in the wings, so he wants him to remove it. But I think if he can get that red one out of there clean, he's in pretty good shape.
First stone for Norm McLaughlin. Here in this extra end. Trying to get rid of that red. Yellow is shot rock right now for the game.
Yeah, hard, guys, hard! Okay, whoa!
Try to sneak it through, and they do. Does he have room to knock out the red? He does.
Great shot.
Terrific shot by Norm McLaughlin. And he might not even need his last rock.
Yeah, right now, Mike pretty much doesn't have anything. All he's got is a draw around that yellow one that's sitting right on the center line. He's got to draw a piece of the button in behind it.
Tough shot. But that's the kind of way you want an open final to finish.
Yeah.
Now they're looking at the raise.
The in off the corner guard, yeah.
This shot is to have a chance to win this game. It's a 6-6 tie. It's an extra end. Got to get shot rock with this shot.
Well, the front end, I think, is pretty routine. I don't seem to be having a problem with it.
They're saying, well, we could do it.
Yeah.
All 4 of them in on the discussion here. Trying to figure out what their best option is to come up with shot rock.
Jordan Keon, he loves the draw. He's been tapping the edge of the button. He wants it there. That's a great shot if you can make it.
These guys like to hit. Going over all the angles, all the options.
It looks like he's going to try and play this quietly, where he can just sort of play the chip and lie and roll right on the button. That's what it looks like to me.
Well, if he can get it to the button, then we'll go to a last rock from Norm McLaughlin. If he can't bite the button, this game's over. So here's Mike Maddin sitting in the hack, getting ready for his last rock. And he needs this to be shot rock, or this game is over. Trying the light tap. Can they get it in? Does it have enough?
Wow, what a great try.
Just strong. Great try. And Richmond Hill falls just short. Norm McLaughlin's Leaside rink wins this thing 7-6, the final, by taking one in an extra end.
That was a great game.
Now see, that's how you want it to finish.
Yeah.
He did exactly what he wanted to, but he just had too much. And congratulations to Norm McDonald's Leaside rink. Let's see it again. They needed it to be at the edge of the button, and they just couldn't get the roll. 7-6 your final. Leaside wins the Open final here at this Energizer TCA Bonspiel from the Weston Golf and Country Club. We'll take the break and be back to wrap this thing up. You're watching Rogers Television.
Hi, I'm Kirk Robinson from Auto Talk. Join me for another season of Auto Talk as we bring you sound automotive advice from professional mechanics and industry experts.
Make sure you do get your oil changes on regular intervals.
You could have just a simple misfire on the vehicle.
From general car maintenance to engine repair, brakes to transmissions, Auto Talk covers the topics that can save you hundreds of dollars on your vehicle. Call in with your questions toll-free right across Ontario every week on Auto Talk, only on Rogers Television.
Hi, I'm Russ Howard. Bringing home gold from the Olympics was the biggest challenge I've ever had to face. But for many Canadians living with muscular dystrophy, daily challenges are a way of life. Every time you donate to Muscular Dystrophy Canada, you join firefighters and MDC chapters across the country in the fight against neuromuscular disorders and help provide programs and services to people living in our communities. With your help, we'll take out muscular dystrophy.
You need to be mentally ready. You also need to be physically ready. It can be quite strenuous. It takes a lot out of you. Your overall well-being is important out there. I think it's something from within also. Each shot is so very, very important. It's not just a person throwing the stone. It's all four members of the team. The person holding the broom, the sweepers themselves have to judge the weight of the rock. There's just so much involved there. My competitive curling has been done at different clubs, but I've always felt that Dixie is my home. I've been a member there since 1966. So it's a lifetime sport. So there's a real sense of family. And I think that's very unique about curling. It means so much to me. It has made me into the person I am today.
This week, Urban Insider takes you inside Canadian Blood Services. Discover how staff run life-saving blood donor clinics every single day. Learn how they deliver delicate units of blood to the Canadian Blood Services College Street location. And find out how blood donations are processed before being sent out to area hospitals. Of course, if you want to give blood right away, visit blood.ca or visit their newly renovated permanent site at the Manulife Centre.
Your world right now, only on Rogers Television Toronto.
And welcome back to the Weston Golf and Country Club, where we've just seen a tremendous open final on the men's side, where Norm McLaughlin's Leaside rink has won 7-6 over Mike Maddin and Richmond Hill. And let's go down to ice level right now, where our own Ed Wernick is standing by with the winners.
Well, Norm, that was a really exciting final. Congratulations. But I really got to tell you, you're a true skipper when you made that great freeze in the second end. You looked like you were going to give up a half a dozen or so. Great shot. How do you feel about all that?
Well, that was it was really all the sweepers, because right out of my hand I thought I was a little bit light, and they took it the whole way. And you know, the whole team, we knew we needed that shot to save the end. So you know, it's all the sweepers on that one.
Great job.
Thanks.
I saw you come back a couple times. You were discussing the strategy, especially later in the game. It slowed down. Early, you guys were rolling right along when you had the 4-point lead, but later on, there's a lot of discussion going on. Were you sort of not in agreement of some of the shots being called?
You just have to be on the same page as far as being aggressive or defensive, depending on the situation. The other team have to congratulate them. They played really well and made some tough decisions for us. So I think it was just the way the Rocks came out, and sort of just wanted to make sure we were playing the right shots at the right time to get the victory.
You're right about that. It was a well-played game on both sides. All right, you front-enders. You guys were doing all the sweeping. Your skip's already patted on you the back. Just remind him to buy you a few beverages when you go to the bar.
We owe Norm a lot of drinks tonight, that's for sure. We'll make sure he's taking a cab home, so it'll be a good time tonight.
Great job. The lead, you're the guys who do all the sweeping, throw those inconsequential center guards, but you did a great job today on both sides. It was a really entertaining game. How do you feel about the whole thing?
I feel very tired, very happy, and that was a great game. Congratulations to the other team, as Ron said, and that was good.
Very job well done. Congratulations. Back to you, Mike.
Thank you, Ed, and that'll do it for us here from the Weston Golf and Country Club. A tremendous open final again. Leaside and Norm McLaughlin beats Richmond Hill and Mike Maddin 7-6. Leaside was up 4-0 after 3, down 5-4 after 6, up 6-5. An extra end was forced, and Leaside comes up with the win. So for our entire Rogers Television crew and for our analyst Ed Wernick, I'm Mike Wilner. Thanks so much for tuning us in, and we'll see you next time. Good night from the Weston Golf and Country Club.
Call the Rogers Television Viewer Response Line at 416-446-7076 or visit our website with your comments.
Celebrate our nation's broadcasting history.
How far would you extend that? Oh, just watch me.
Join Rogers Television as the Audiovisual Preservation Trust of Canada honors 12 outstanding television, radio, and music or sound recordings at the 6th Annual Masterworks Ceremony. Tuesday, January 23rd at 3 p.m. on Rogers Television.
I'm Paul Rosen, a goaltender of the Canadian gold medal sledge hockey team. Sledge hockey is disabled ice hockey. It's exactly the same game, except we are in buckets, form-fitted buckets, and we're all disabled from the waist down. I lost my leg to an infection from knee replacement surgery that I had in '97. I love speaking to kids. I love telling my story, getting kids to realize that it doesn't matter what you look like, it matters who you are. I really hope that I've made a huge impact, especially to people looking at me as an elite athlete representing the greatest country in the world, playing the greatest game in the world, not looking at me that I have one leg. Because I've overcome so much in my life, always believe in yourself. Dreams can come true.
Rogers. Hi. I just got digital cable, but I can't find Rogers On Demand.
Rogers call centers are available 24/7 for any customer-related services.
Okay.
Or if you require a service call, we can be there in a 3-hour window.
So I can watch what I want when I want.
It's all part of our commitment to give you unparalleled customer service and enhance your personal TV experience.
I have Rogers On Demand.
You can't get this on satellite.
I have Rogers On Demand!
Premiering February 5th on Rogers Television. Hip Hop in the T-Dot. Featuring some of the city's best hip hop choreographers, teaching you the latest moves that matter. And celebrity interviews with some of Toronto's top performers, including Raven Simone, Spade of Citizen Kane, Rochester, and many more. Hip Hop in the T-Dot premieres February 5th on Rogers Television.
Now playing a Rogers Television exclusive, voted best documentary series by our station manager.
That's me.
It's a new season of Structures with new host Colleen Walsh. Fridays at 8 and Sundays at 9 on Rogers Television. For all airtimes and a complete episode guide, visit rogerstelevision.com.
Think Toronto. Brought to you by Toronto Community News. Enjoy the mild winter weather by taking a nature walk with the Toronto Field Naturalists, January 20th at 10:30 a.m. For more information, call 593-2656. On January 26th, the Toronto Western Hospital is hosting an informational talk on Parkinson's disease. Toronto Western is located at 399 Bathurst Street, and the talk begins at noon. Call 603-5800 extension 2661 for details. Volunteer and get involved with your community in 2007. For opportunities, contact Volunteer Toronto at 961-6888 or online at volunteertoronto.ca. Have information for Think Toronto? Fax us at 446-0901 or post your message at rogerstelevision.com. Coming up on Toronto Biographies.
What I am saying is that we personally invest ourselves in the academic lives of our students. Let's get to know them. Let's champion their needs. Let's go beyond.
Your world right now, only on Rogers Television.